Maybe?
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps?
I see you alive.
Are we back?
Oh? Still Twitch?
You're live
Yeah,
on my phone, at least.
you're live, but it's just buffering on mine.
Close it out and reload it.
Yeah, Twitch is having trouble loading at all for me. Much to my internet.
Loading for me.
It's just spinning around.
Yeah, I see you live, but I don't see.
Loading for me.
And Discord just weird out for me now. So.
No.
Yeah, me-
LC said yeah, it's back, so I don't know.
Yeah, I see it. It's on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. So yeah, as you hand injured the short sword, he kind of grabs it as best he can and falls to the ground before lifting it up in the air for a few moments
Mm-hmm.
before the short sword shrinks in his grip.
That's where you injured.
Yo, you serious?
Who knows what we will fight on the road, but stronger creatures cannot be fought without magic. I'm capable of doing such, but you're not so much as so.
You got me a whole ass magic sword? I didn't get you
Yes.
nothing, honestly. I gotta be honest with you. I got like half a jar of olives back at the tavern, though.
I'll take it.
I was hoping you would say no thanks, but alright.
We can share.
Yeah, you know what? We share. That sounds good.
Hmm.
See you now.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this board.
Anyone else's Discord being super laggy, or is it just me?
Indeedy.
No, no,
Yep.
it's laggy as fuck. Yeah.
Yep.
Mine
Yeah,
is.
I had to turn video off because it keeps on going to red whenever I try to. So.
Yeah, your mic is fucked.
Yeah,
Not
it's
weird,
not
yeah.
my mic. It's Discord.
Is everything getting DDoSed?
Once again.
Yeah. Cloudflare.
This is
Same-
what happens when all
same-
the internet is the same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. We lost Lane, it would seem.
Incredible.
Alrighty. Yeah. So, Lane, are you back?
Yes.
Okay. So as you head to the southeastern section of the Interstead Sprawl, you see ahead of you just this massive 20-foot tall single-story structure of bronze and cobalt. You can see it has these long, thin windows about every 15 or so feet. As you, kind of approach it, you also see an enormous presence of Crownsguard here, roughly about 10 or so armored Crownsguard just stand around as general sentries. You can also see, very plainly, a 10-foot by 5-foot heavy piece of wooden board that stands about 4 feet from the main entrance and to the right. Clearly labeled, it has the words Taskboard pressed into the top of the wood. You can see it has dozens of nails or other things to pin to wood with on it. Different parchments from very nice, vellum to just something that looks like someone ripped out of a book and wrote on the back of. And you can also see within the taskboard, on one side of it, and on an engraved bronze plank, plaque, you see it says all job inquiries to be taken to Herald of the Hall, Voloshin.
Harold. So if I go do something, we go see Harold.
Mm-hmm.
So what's on there?
As you step up to the task board, you can see a good like half dozen are your general laboring, construction, farming. There's one on there to help herd cattle. You see one that's about training dogs for an upcoming circus event. And you can see in particular these three. See one that says adventurers needed. Farmer Barrington is seeking aid from willing and capable adventurers to stop a creature hunting his livestock. Inquire outside the southern gate for more information. See that. You also see something that catches your eye because you had heard about it previously the day before. Attention sellswords, by order of His Majesty King Dwindle, a bounty has been placed on the head of Black Fang Kilios Derrigan. Any who can bring him in alive would be rewarded with 5,000 gold and the personal gratitude of the king. And then the third, you see, a 10-day ago, caretakers at the Pillow Trove were found ravaged beyond identification. The Crown's Guard have begun an investigation to look into the matter, and the attackers will soon be found and put to justice. Anyone capable should consider helping the Guard find these horrific murderers. Such individuals should report to the nearest guard post at once. Payment is guaranteed.
I think we should do all of these.
Yeah, I'm particularly interested in the last two, but you know.
Well, I think that
Other than
the
what
Black
I have.
Fang it's a little bit, you know.
What?
Would any of us
You're
have
right.
heard of the Black Fang?
Good question, would have.
Notorious person?
Yeah.
Lyris, make a history check.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you baby.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, I'm good at those now. Oof, not matter if I roll a 4 on the die, right? For 11. Yay!
Well.
Nope, doesn't ring any bells.
Good.
Ring any
Yeah.
bells.
I don't remember any name like that, but I mean, if the king is actually putting a reward against him, it means that, I mean, I don't really want to help the king, you know.
It's a lot of money.
Y'all gotta be honest, 5,000 gold pieces is 5,000 gold pieces. I don't care who's giving it to us.
Why wouldn't you want to help the king?
It's
Wait,
more about
the-
service to the people, no?
I don't know why my microphone is bad.
Better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Completely fixed.
That's a lot. It's a lot better.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't really know what was
Yeah,
going
I'm glad.
on. 'cause
I'm
everything-
glad Al was that guy because I didn't want to be. But yeah, that shit was killing me.
I mean, I was PMing her, so but she's
Oh,
Okay,
already
but
good,
what
so-
was the problem?
It was
it
like
like a
sounded
static
cracking
in
and
my
shit.
voice.
It was
Yeah.
like
High pitched static.
tinny or
your shit was
Oh.
crunchy.
Yeah,
That
because
shit had no crunch.
like it was digging right into my ear holes there. Yeah.
Discord is dropping me to red latency
That had nothing
whenever
to do
I
with
try
this.
video.
That was your mic.
Yeah,
it's-
that was just the mic. It was the connection. That was something was getting fucky.
Okay.
But you're good now.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
your beautiful, flawless voice.
You see
Okay.
this.
You know, because I don't. I shouldn't be saying that in the middle of the street, because you know that could get me arrested, and I don't want to be
Right.
arrested.
No, surrounded by 12 Crown's
Right,
Guard.
I'll ask later.
I'm inclined to agree with Indrid. 5,000 gold is 5,000 gold.
5,000 gold is a lot, but if none of us know about this man, I feel like we have more.
That's when we put our thinking caps on. Aight? And we find
Although
him.
stopping
I mean,
I got a magic
Stopping
sword
murder
now.
might
I'm
be
on
too.
top of the world.
if the king wants him taken care of, who's to say he's not as dangerous as the one you were concerned about, Lyris? The from yesterday.
Right.
Right.
Probably shouldn't be
Because,
saying that dude's name in public.
right.
The man from
Because,
yesterday.
and she's gonna get a copper wire, and she's gonna get, because the king doesn't allow us to worship good gods, and he punishes us for that. So not always the people that the king wants are really, criminals. It might just be someone that is trying to undermine his kingdom or trying to get him, like giving him trouble. You can reply to this message.
She replies, "Yes, that's actually a very good point."
I forgot to got those things, you guys. It's super good. If you ever hear my voice in your head, it's just like magic.
That is, it's a little strange, especially when you're standing like right there, but useful.
Yeah,
So
that's why I
convenient.
learned it.
So, oh gosh.
There were
So that's full of unknowns.
there were
Some kind of
murder
creature killing livestock.
and there were murders at the Pillow Trove.
Murderers. The pillow
Both of these, both of these might both be still inside the city and not too difficult or out of the way to
Right.
achieve.
Also, we could
Yes.
try and investigate about this Black Fang, and if he's a bad guy, we can just try it.
Perhaps we see what the world on the street is before we
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
accept.
Mhm.
However,
Do we? Is this a take the job and then do it, or come to them when
Oh
it's
yeah, no, you're
finished?
gonna want to yoink that shit in case somebody else comes around and tries to take it. What if they beat us to it? You don't want that.
Indrid,
Right.
I don't believe that's how it works. In
So
addition,
do
there
we
are
do we
partial
talk to this
retreats.
Herald? Herald, what was the Herald's name?
Evolution.
Volition.
Do we talk to him about
Do we talk to him before and get more details, or is it?
Lyris,
what
you would
we've
know
got to go
this.
Oh,
To get to be approved of a task board job, you do have to talk to the Herald of the Hall to get a writ of Lawmaster's intent.
So we have to get a
I say all
warrant,
that.
basically.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not gonna
do we
remember
want-
everything.
Yeah, do we want to do one at a time, or?
I think we should tweak all of them.
Oliver, are you out to your
Well,
lunch?
if,
Yo, what are you talking about? You want to
Why
pull
not?
up turnips? Look at this one. 5
I
copper
think
a
he means
turnip?
the three that we've brought to their
Oh,
attention.
that makes a lot more sense. Although the circus dogs, kind of interested.
I made
Plus,
these three.
What if we help the pillow
and what about
trove
this
and they
one?
let us
Rent,
stay
but
there?
it's not hurting cats.
Right.
Maybe we
I
can get cats from a tree. Go right ahead.
yeah. I am most interested in this Black Fang or the murders at the fancy inn, but I suppose investigate the creature killing farm animals if it
Hmm.
is so
the-
intriguing.
What about the murderers?
Yes,
Right,
that's-
'cause
She said that one
that's very
first. Yeah.
also maybe if we help the pillow trove, they can let us stay there for a night. It's really good, you guys. It's really
perhaps we'll get
fancy.
lucky and the murderers will be connected to this Black Fang and we'll
That's what
kill
I
two
was
birds with one
thinking.
stone.
That would be
Right.
pretty coincidental.
Hmm.
It would be.
And if if the king is offering like 5,000 gold for this guy, it might not be so easy to actually kill them, or get him. I don't even know if he wants
Yes.
us
I
to
doubt
kill.
it'd be easy to find or capture him with that amount of money.
Yeah,
I
Yo.
say
yeah.
If the
Alistair.
Crown Guard haven't already, it means they haven't.
Hey, Alistair.
What is it, Indrid?
Only you can hear this. I don't know why I'm whispering, but whatever. Yo, what if we went and talked to Mr. Blue about this Black Fang dude? Wait, this is telepathic. What if we went and talked to that gentleman dude?
He telepathically replies, I would prefer to avoid getting in more situations with criminals that we are not able to take down injured.
I was really intrigued because he was very moist, and I want to know why.
I'm not positive what you're saying, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking
He was a
god!
sweaty man.
He was super sweaty.
No, fair.
Indrid is our not for this
Good
campaign.
God, injured.
Have a little bit of sweat right here.
Just
Just a little. Just those couple beads on your upper lip.
Jesus.
yeah, okay.
We
You know
should-
what? That's right. We probably should avoid that dude. He seems like bad news.
Very well.
My vote is we officially accept the job about the myrtles at the Pillow Trove. And if we are out and about investigating, we see what public consensus is on this Black Fang individual and see if he really is the kind that we would like to hunt down.
What about the farmer
Yeah,
monsters?
Fuck the farmers.
Yo!
No, I mean
would help that if possible.
the farmers are important, you
seems-
know.
They're very
easiest
important to
one,
the
and most
economy.
straightforward.
What is wrong with you, Ice Queen? Good lord.
Yeah, we can't let a creature roam around. What if it enters the city?
Yeah.
That does seem the most straightforward, surely.
I was gonna say that maybe like I could put out feelers to my people, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Not anymore.
might-
Yeah, perhaps
Yeah.
now that you know what your people are. It's contacted.
Right.
Admittedly, we will be here some time. And this creature hunting seems to be the quickest.
Just because it seems to be doesn't mean it's going to be.
We don't
And
know
it
until
seems to
we
be the most
ask.
dangerous, perhaps.
maybe.
How
And
long
that
can
was
it be?
ours.
For all we know, this creature could be a dragon.
Yes.
Yo, if there's
Well,
a
if it is,
dragon
we're
just
all
hanging out
dead.
in the southeastern gates by the farm and they're not doing nothing about it, then people really just need to self-reflect on the fucking what the hell the crown's got to do in here. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I disagree. I think there's a dragon taking livestock. You let it have the livestock.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
you know
if a
what?
dragon wanted to take the livestock, no one would stop it. Not even Crown's guards. They're not that strong. I mean,
you
Indrid,
do
you're
realize
really
there's,
cool.
there's like 10 just kind of. She don't mean it. She's, you know.
Right, but
Which
I
ones
mean,
are we
they're
going
really
to take?
cool to. They're really cool to defend the city, but I mean, it's a dragon. I mean, you're really cool too, but you know, you couldn't stand against the dragon.
As far as we know, there are no dragons. I like Varin's idea of one at a time. Do the
Truly,
pillow
yes.
trove first,
I agree.
or at least put our fingers in. If we take on all the jobs from the Herald and then don't deliver, we're going to
That's
look
what-
right fool.
Psh, look at us. Well, of course we're gonna deliver. Come on.
We
I
could
don't
possibly-
doubt us, Indrid. I'm just saying, let's hedge our bets.
Someone
exactly.
else might take
you
them
you
if we
hedge
don't
your
take all of them.
bets by taking all 3.
No.
Let's
And then,
hedge our bets by making sure we're welcome in the city.
right. Besides, you know,
We
And
did
don't
getting out of here
overpromise
soon.
on our abilities.
if common people could do it, they wouldn't put in a job board like that. So,
I say we take at least 2 of them.
Take your vote.
why are you so greedy all of a sudden? I don't get it.
It's
I don't
not
know.
about the
He,
money.
he also looks a lot more madder than he normally does. He's just like this, just this grimace on his face.
Right. I wonder what dream he had tonight. Did you
No,
have
it's
tonight?
not. It's not about the money. We have to do this.
It's
We are
not
not
they're
underestimating
probably not
motive.
going to be gone. We can come back and
It's not the
take
issue
another
with
one when one is
disappearing
complete.
Mrs. Savi. The issue is he doesn't want more livestock or even farmers to go missing and while we investigate the murders.
I'm taking it off the board.
Okay.
The first one.
All right, you grab it.
Be kidding me.
And then we'll take this one, and I'll grab the third one, the pillow tree one. Pillow.
Just-
What's it
The,
say?
the pillow trove one? Okay.
Pillow trove.
Pillow throw.
If we take them all at once, we can't do them all at once, so that would stop other people from helping.
People from doing it, yes. Pick one. I vote the Pillow Trove.
Well, you already ripped
Do
it
you
off
think-
now. No takes backsies. Got to keep it.
I'm
That's the
pretty
rules.
sure you can just put a pin in it.
No.
I'll do the first
Corinne.
one myself if I have to, but we're taking it.
Do you think the farmers would give us free cheese?
Absolutely not.
I-
Especially all of
Probably
their
not
lives.
because their livestock's dying. You know.
But what if before they died they had like a huge stock of cheese?
Maybe.
I am going to beat
They
my
might
head.
not be dairy farmers.
Oh, that sucks.
I wouldn't mind some nice Gruyere cheese. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what that word means, Injured. Please.
I know, but I heard
It's a
somebody
type
at the other place say it, and I was like, "Yo, that sounds like a fun word." So I just wanted to use it in
It's
conversation.
kind of like
Can you do the world a favor?
Swiss?
Shut up.
That's a little mean, but
We can at least take these two and ask the Herald about them.
Okay, you've ripped them off the board. Let's go
I
see the
intend
Herald.
to ask. Yes.
If we were going to take 2 jobs, we should have taken the one about the Black Fang. 5,000 gold.
That seems to be the most complicated.
We do not know if he's in Zadash nor how dangerous he is.
The two we have taken seem to be within the city.
We can still ask around,
Or
see if that
nearby.
is in our range of capability, and then
Exactly.
if it's still here,
Which is why I didn't rip it off.
Additionally, I don't think that one
Exactly.
it's one for only a single person. There was a barker in the street saying about the reward as well. I believe that is much wider than just this city and just this one posting.
exactly.
I'm not gonna say I'm not curious to know about this Black Fang, you guys, but you know.
We can look into it
Jeez.
without.
We're all curious. We can still gather more information before declaring to
No.
the city, the
I'm
Crown
agreeing
Guard
with
that
you.
we're gonna take care of it.
I
So
agree
let's
with
go
you.
see
I'm,
the Herald.
A Crown's Guard
I'm not
steps up.
About these two.
Sorry, no loitering.
Well, decided.
Get the fuck out!
We'll take these two to the Herald and the 1 and 3.
Sorry, internal debate.
Do the job too.
What you doing here, son?
Perhaps you can point us to the Herald Volition, and where we could meet with him inside.
Yeah, we'll go inside
Yes.
the hall.
You speak with the Herald. You go inside.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're actually very important, you know.
It doesn't matter. We should go.
Very is right. Let's go inside.
Inside the King's Hall.
We're gonna get arrested just for being annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just for injured.
Inside the King's Hall, it is as massive as the exterior. You can see busts lining the walls with these beautiful multicolored, somewhat sheening in the morning sunlight that pierced through some of the windows material. Just busts of previous, we can only assume Mr. Rostas, lawmasters, maybe whatever the Julius Dominion used for their titles of office. These are just, lining the walls as far as you can see. Immediately as you enter, you can see 2 very large round tables with curved benches along their sides, with a number of Crown's Guard, kind of seemingly relaxing, maybe off duty, on break, you're unsure. As you move beyond this, you can see there are 2 hallway entrances that lead further into the King's Hall, both to the right and to the left. The one to the left is currently just essentially blocked off by a Crown's Guard who just stands there at attention with a spear at his side. But the other hallway, you are unblocked. You head in that direction?
I guess.
As you head in that direction, you pass by a number of offices. You pass by one that talks about or has the name kind of engraved on the wooden door for you can see one that says High Richter Diana Prucine. You can see one that says Lawmaster Arintha, Stone Grasp, and eventually you get to one door that is says Herald of the Hall, Evolution. Going up to it, you kind of give it a little knock. Because I've decided that dwarves in my game are Russian, you just hear, yes,
Correct answer.
come on in.
Alright,
We
everyone.
all squeeze in.
And be quiet.
Stop it.
Step in. You can see sitting behind a desk is this kind of broad-shouldered, stocky dwarven man. He has these thick mutton chops and salt and pepper hair. You can see his hair is well groomed and combed really heavily to one side before kind of poofing out. You can see he wears long gold and white and silver robes, and dangling from his neck few inches, you see a holy symbol to the lawbearer, which in the main corridor between those two tables, you actually saw a gold and silver statue of the lawbearer. As he's kind of scribbling on a piece of parchment, he just looks up at you all. Yes, what can I
Hello,
do for
sir.
you?
We're
want
here
to
to
know-
take a couple of jobs. Present him
Yes.
with the ones we chose.
Yes. We require more information about these two. We show them the writs.
Takes him. Finally, someone's taking this one. It's been on the task board for quite a while. He puts that down, looks at the other one. Farmer Barrington will be happy to see someone undertaking that. So, you wish to undertake both of these right now?
Yes.
Very well. So what this entails, I assume, judging from different demeanor, kind of just like points at the turtle. Some of you are probably not from Zadesh, yes?
No.
Most of them are not. I'm the only one that is from here. Sort of. Wasn't born here, but this has been my home for quite a long time.
Oh, and he kind of like leans
yes.
down, pulls out a drawer, pulls out a rolled up piece of parchment that's kind of rolled up with these like brass knobs, and kind of unfurls it and begins signing a few lines. So in order to do business in Zadash, you're going to need writ of lawmaster intent. That is what I will fill out now. Basically, this is a somewhat a badge that you can show to Crownsguard, to common folk who would get in your way. It will allow you to do your job in a timely and efficient manner. Really, you won't really need this for the farmer. You just kind of have to go talk to him and figure out what's eating our livestock. Personally, harvest close just happened, so she is for the winter. I would very much like it. However, you will definitely need this to get into the Tri-Spire, and especially need this to get into the Pillar Trove. So, basically, you're taking both jobs right now, yes? You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. For the farmer's job, the lawmaster and the Subrosta has both agreed a 100 gold payout per individual who is attempting this job. So that would be a total of 600 for all of you. For the Pillow Trove murders, however, that one is a total combined of 1,000 gold pieces. Fair?
Yes.
Farmer Barenthon has also said something about he has some sort of thing he would give whoever helps him out, but yeah. Anyways, so I need you all to sign with your full names right here at the bottom, and he kind of hands you the quill and the ink to each of you.
Who can we talk to get more information about what has been found about each one of those jobs already?
Currently, we have our Sergeant at Arms already in the Pillow Trove, still investigating. Most of our leads have ran cold, but she can get you caught up on anything you might need. As far as the farm attacks, I can tell you that I have already sent Crown's Guard there to assist Farmer Barrington, but unfortunately, they've disappeared. And by disappeared, I mean Farmer Barrington maybe had heard them screaming in the night, and when he went to investigate, they were gone. So,
Interesting.
Curious.
Oh.
Very well.
that is why we put the writ up to, get some more formidable adventuring types to help.
Understood.
So please, sign if you will.
I'll sign first. K.O.
Quickest signing ever.
That is your full name, Ko.
Yes.
Or is your name Knockout and they just call you KO?
Whatever you wish to believe.
Ko, give me the quail.
Yeah, give it.
Fine.
Asabi will
Damren will sign somewhat.
Hey, you know
equally.
your name
Will
now,
you?
huh? You know your name
It's
now.
like a
Congrats.
child.
Yeah.
A child writing.
Signature.
Yeah.
The biggest signature by far.
It takes
I
up
want
like
my
half the
name.
page.
I like
Yeah,
my
he probably
name in
takes up half the
crayon.
space.
Look,
The R is backwards.
I write my name.
Actually, sir, you did say 6 of us. It would be 7. Indrid?
Oh, you've got
Yeah.
to be kidding me.
Oh
He's a
wow.
member of
You
that
wanna fucking? I love it.
He is a person.
He just kind of appears out of invisibility. Hey!
He does like to be stealthy.
Sign it, Inrid.
I'm afraid that looks like. Not really sure
He's very
what
formidable.
that is, but I'm afraid that won't really count towards your
He's a pixie.
group
Why
total.
wouldn't it?
Well, if that's the case, then her cat will fucking count.
Can we not be annoying here? Can we just sign the document and leave, please?
I have to agree with your
Alright.
your elven friend there.
Seems prejudiced.
No,
But whatever.
no offense, little lad. It's just
Oh, he's full grown.
Okay, that one was weird.
You
Yeah, you
should
didn't
be
have
surprised. You would be surprised.
He just shuts up.
Alice was just gonna say, you'd be
Tim?
surprised. He could take
Sorry.
on the majority of the Crown's Guard, one-on-one at least.
He is
He's
very
surprisingly
formidable.
strong. And not only that, I'll be willing to bet he's older than any of us as well.
Really?
Fae are immortal, Miss Vern.
Yes, of course.
I have another question while we're here. We saw calling for sellswords to the bounty on Blackfang Kilios Derrigan. Sounds like a dangerous person, obviously, with such reward, but we haven't heard the name before.
Yes, very
what
dangerous.
kind of criminal?
Notorious kind.
The notorious murderer? The notorious highwayman?
Murder is on his rap sheet, yes.
How long has his writ been up?
Oh, Blackfang,
Long time then.
couple of weeks, I would say. That long.
And chances are it will still be up when we're done with the other two.
Well, he's very elusive. He has, the king sent some very well-trained people after him, and they wound up dead, so Yes.
Perhaps a bit outside our wheelhouse then.
Tim, I have a question out of character.
What's up?
Would I know if Zadash keeps a record of all the citizens that live there legally, or
There is a census. There has to be for the reapers
name
or the
and last
tax
name?
collectors.
Taxes.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
With the name and last.
and they don't have tallies on foreigners, right? Just the citizens, the people that live in Zadash.
Correct.
Okay.
You own property in Zadash, you are on record.
Hmm.
Will Lyris be on record?
That will be.
My dad would be. Okay. So she's gonna sign Susanna Sunnyvale.
Excellent.
Wow.
On the contract.
Then the Sunny Vale.
Yes, sir.
Make a deception check.
Sunny Vale.
Fiona Fancy Pants.
Yeah, basically. It sounds so made up.
Yeah.
So mean.
Wow.
Oh my fucking
No,
god! One day I'm gonna roll well.
She rolled a 12 on the die. This is bad. I can't let this happen.
Okay, thank you.
You rolled
23.
fast, and I was thinking of
Yeah,
23.
thank you.
He looks at it. Alrighty, Miss Sunnyvale. So, he rolls it up. I don't know. He takes out sealing wax, kind of lets it drip on the very bottom of the writ, and stamps it with the lawmaster's intent stamp, and then rolls it up with the brass knobs and hands it to you, Alistair. Why not? So there you are. That will hopefully get you into the Tri-Spire, the Pillow Trove, and upon completion of your task, return here and get you paid.
Excellent. Thank you for all the time.
Thank you.
We should go.
Yes, thank you.
I know I don't say it a
Oh.
lot, but I love Verin. Thank you for covering for my very bad dice rolls. Thank you so
I
much.
did want to ask
And
because
Asavi as well.
it's
What?
sorry, there's an anniversary party going on in the back room, and it echoes brass. Anyways, I did want to ask: are you a known group? Are you mercenary band? Are you righteous brand? What exactly?
We are recently made.
Acquaintances.
Also, no name yet.
No, not me.
No,
Not
sir.
yet. But we
We
should
need one?
start thinking of that. Yeah.
Well, it isn't necessary. I mean, it looks better on official documentation, but you don't need one.
We don't need one. We should go. Thank you, though.
Some kind of incorporation, perhaps. Yes, let's be off.
Yes,
Good luck.
Thank you.
Door. You close it as you.
Guys, we totally need that name.
We absolutely do not need a name.
Yes, we do.
No,
Yo,
we
how
don't.
about
Like they
Putting the name aside for now, injured.
No,
you
no,
know
no, no.
what? You shutting me down? All right, fine.
No,
I
will-
wanted to hear what his suggestion was.
No, Lyris. No one wants to hear from the pixie, and he just disappears.
They never want to hear brilliance. That's how it goes, you know.
I thought you should have been recognized as a member of our group, but okay. I mean, if we are a group,
He saw me defend you as well. But I wanted to get on about what she's doing here, and he's going to hold the writ out to Wasabi. And say, if we want to get on this as quickly as possible, Dameron and I could head out to the farm to see what has been attacking, while you all go and investigate the Pillar Trove. I'll send Injured out and we can decide from there.
Alistair, I apologize, but that seems dangerous. You do not know what you may encounter. If several
I
guards-
wasn't intending to fight it by myself. I was intending to go and ask the
Neither did the
farmer
guard.
what's happening. No, they were there to defend it. That was the point.
It seemingly seems like they went there and were ambushed.
They said they were attacked at night. I doubt the guards went out there at night to go and have a friendly chat with the farmer.
And the farmer is still alive. He can't be that bad. Just go talk to him.
So I believe that they were there to defend the farm and got attacked. I think we should be safe until nighttime at least when they goes to attack the livestock. I just wanted to go and see what he knows about it, and then I was going to send
If-
Indrid to you guys and see what you know as well. With luck, we could get done with the farmer, the beast tonight. Assuming
So
it admits.
gather information separately, reconvene to tackle
Yes,
the livestock eater, and then
murderers,
continue
yes.
as. That doesn't seem a terrible idea, but are you sure you don't? You just want you two to go?
I think
Big
Damon and I
favor.
would be safe enough to go and talk to a farmer, and you all are much more clever than he and I for piecing together a murder case.
He's got a point there.
Fair enough.
Tim, because my
I
memory
have no
sucks.
objection.
Did the dwarf guy tell us what time of the day the person that got to investigate got disappeared with the livestock people? Did he say evening, night?
He said night.
He
He
said
said
night.
that the farmer heard them screaming in the night.
Perfect, thank you. 'Cause my memory sucks. Okay.
Yeah, that's why Alistair said he should be safe until nighttime at least. More than likely.
So you lot go talk to that sergeant.
But
Right.
how are you going to tell us if something goes wrong and you
He'll
need help?
point to an Indrid.
Can
don't see
just
Indrid.
spamf in and out?
He points to a random space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you made him angry, you know. You offended him.
I'll make it up to him later. I didn't intend to. I just wanted to speak this out.
No, don't get me wrong. It seems really easy to do that. But, you know, just
Besides,
be
I gave him a
careful.
really cool magic sword, so
Right, I thought you
his
were going
heroics
to
should
keep
be
it
at a nuke
yourself.
here.
Why don't you wait?
What do you mean?
Never mind.
He's just being dramatic.
Of course he is. You know.
Besides, he'll cheer up when we have a monster to slay, right?
You just say that to the air. Be
Yeah,
aware.
he says that to the air. Expect him to answer.
Seems you're receiving the silent treatment.
Hey
See.
Indrid, I heard that the Pillow Trove has a very nice hot tub.
Which we are not using because we are working.
Investigating a murder, Lyrus.
Well, yes, but
Indrid,
after us.
if you would be so kind as to show yourself, your input would be valued here.
Just
You
like
can tell us the name.
just like right next to your ear, Asavi.
Thank you.
With a get of olives,
you-
whatever you need.
Would you be willing to accompany us to the Pillow Trove, and in the event of any emergencies, alert your friend and Dameron?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You just got a cool sword.
Thank you.
Right, well, we should get going one way or another.
Right.
Otherwise, we'll reconvene at the tavern.
Yes, you two head off to the farm and try not to get eaten, and we'll see you at the tavern later.
It's still.
Yes, please don't take any unnecessary risks.
I don't like that we're splitting the party again. That never goes well.
It's still early in the
We're
day.
not going into any action. Yes.
What-
To my
what
knowledge,
do you-
we
what do
split
you-
the party yesterday.
What do you mean? What happened the last time we split the party?
I think Asavi and I
We
agreed, and
we
the
went
rest
to the
of us-
library. And
No,
you
not
went
here.
Shopping.
No, not here. I mean back in the rafting art with the lady that we split the party and you guys got attacked in the tavern and the rest of us got attacked by a blood mage.
Right, we're not breaking into anyone's house, and it is broad daylight. in the
And if
city.
you're worried about them, perhaps you go with them, Laris.
No, I have a big brain now. I can actually help with the information, you know.
Yes.
Maybe Indrid should come with us out there. Because we're leaving the city.
I'm going to start walking towards the Tri-Spire, and whoever is following me can follow me.
Hmm.
So restless.
She will do that.
Well then, Alistair, let's go.
Now, who am
Stay
I
safe,
going with?
everyone.
You two go. We'll be fine.
I was,
You can go wherever you'd like. We'd like you to come with us if you'd be so kind.
All right.
keep him safe, Injured.
Aye, boss.
Boss, I thought it was the sidekick. You're just gonna start walking away.
Just
Asabi will follow
lands
her
on your
in.
shoulder. Asabi.
Hmm. She
Do you
seems
know where you're going?
Hello.
she seems annoyed.
She does.
Hmm.
I'll step over to her and say, maybe I should lead you there, because I know how to get there better than you probably.
I have been to the Dash before, you know.
Hmm.
So,
Do you know the shortcuts? You don't.
no, I don't know the shortcuts, Laris.
Laris, make a survival check.
Flyers know the shortcuts. Let's go.
No, no, she does not. Watch me roll.
Look at
Good.
this baby.
No, what's
I know
wrong
that
with me
shortcut,
today?
baby.
4.
Dead
I
end,
know
dead
all
end,
the
dead end.
shortcuts. Yeah, pretty
I
much.
know that
Following
shortcut.
Lyris, it takes you guys twice as long to get to one of the guarded archways that lead into the
Oh my
Tri-Spire.
I just get lost looking at the cool things around along the street.
Lyris,
Remind me to always trust my judgment and never listen to Laris ever again.
do you happen to know the definition of shortcut?
I know, but did you see the cool houses? Like
Typically, a
the windows
shortcut
and the
saves
flowers?
time.
The architecture is quite lovely.
As you guys
Um,
approach this archway, there are 3 guards standing in the middle of it. And the one in the middle just kind of holds a hand up. Halt, citizen. What is your
Asabi.
business in the Tri-Spire?
Good afternoon. We are on our way to the Pillow Trove, and she'll hand over the writ.
Goes to hand it back, then pulls it back. Says there are 6 of you.
We've split.
Took several jobs. 2 went on a reconnaissance mission for the other. We're hoping to just gather more information.
Very well. No funny business.
Of course.
Tend
not.
to your work.
Excellent.
That's it.
Thank you.
Steps aside and lets you guys enter.
Does he hand back the?
Yeah,
Right.
he handed it back. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
As you enter the Tri-Spire, you definitely immediately realize that it's definitely the wealthiest district in Zadash. It is located here in the north side of the city. And the area gets its name from the 3 massive towers that loom over the rest of the city. Which probably Varen know as the Triumph Chime, the Zauber Spire, and the Constellation Bridge. All of them different in design, and they can be seen anywhere in the city. It's their massive, immaculate design just seemingly poking up, piercing the sky above. As you enter, you can
I
see.
thought he gave us.
What?
Sorry, Al. I thought he gave us 2. Right? There's a different writ for
Just
each
one.
job.
No,
Right.
he put on the same one.
Oh,
Hey, right.
never mind then.
But even still, I understand what he means.
Yeah.
They don't need the red ticket to the farmer, but if we're dying in the Pillar Trove, they can't get into the thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Don't die the Pillow Trove.
Don't die in the Pillar Trove, forehead. As you enter, you can see throughout the districts, a number of like gardens and small parks. You can see very finely dressed noblemen or people of great wealth, whether they're nobility or not, just kind of lounging around, some having picnics. You can see small little pageant baby cute children running around, getting skinned and knees and dirty, and their parents having just a fit. And you can see a number of buildings within this area as well. One of them, obviously, is the Pillow Trove, and it is the biggest inn in Zadash. You can see it seems to be made of marble, and has a cylindrical appearance in the front, which kind of turns a little bit blocky in the back. You can see the steps lead up to an arched doorway, and you can see there are gold and purple pillars flank each side of the way itself. Another building you can just see past some of the parks, building called Chastity's Nook, whatever that is. You're unsure. You also see the Hall of Erudition here. The campus built of white and gray marble with heavy stone towers and walkways that weave between them. You can see there are beautiful exterior courtyards with trees and trimmed hedges and little cobblestoned walkways. Uverin would know in particular that the Hall of Erudition is the Solstice Academy's branch within the city of Zadash. You can see a number of other buildings. You see one that's called the Meal Hearth, which seems to be some kind of fancy bakery right next to the Chastity's Nook. You can see kind of close and just towering over the Pillow Trove Inn is the Triumph Tower. Or Triumph Chime Tower, I should say. You guys make your way towards the marble building, known as the Pillow Trove. Immediately you can see the front of it has been cordoned off with chain. Flanking each side of this chain, kind of connected to these metal posts, are two Crown's Guard. They'll just kind of put a hand up, the one on the left, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm afraid the Pillow Trove is off limits."
Good afternoon. We are actually investigators in search of the sergeant. Was it sergeant?
Yeah,
Sergeant
sergeant.
Holmes, yes.
The sergeant in charge. Savvy will hand over the writ.
Opens the writ. Alright, so we got some sellswords on the case. You're looking for Sergeant Armel. She's inside, still investigating.
Armel. Would you be so kind as to lead the way?
I mean, I guess. He kind of pulls the chain up. After you.
Delightful.
She'll go in.
Go in one after the other. And as you enter through the archway flanked by those golden purple pillars, you enter the foyer area, which is well lit, with candles resting on hooks in the walls. There is a beautiful semicircular desk with a beautiful elven woman sitting behind it. And you can smell the pleasant sense of candles and various flowers. It's very like sweet, succulent scents. And as you enter, Crown's Guard just kind of points up the stairs. On the third floor, where the attacks happened.
Thank you so much for your help. And your name?
Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Sure.
And head upstairs.
You guys head up these stairs that kind of lead up to a landing and then curve to the right. That leads up to a second landing and a hallway that extends into the second floor and then continues in a circular fashion up to yet another third and final landing that leads into another hallway to reach the third floor of the pillow trove. And here you can see, as you're moving down this hallway, immediately about 3 doors down on your left, you just see in the somewhat like very fine threaded violet colored carpet, just this heavy like spray of dried blood that is just kind of dried into the carpet and kind of set. As you kind of pass by it and look, you can see inside that room what appears to be dried blood just spattered across the curtains, across the bedspread, and on the left-hand side wall. And the door itself looks like was just bludgeoned inward. Frame itself is just shattered and splintered. The metallic doorknob is just kind of looks like it was like bent, like this brunt force just kind of bent it into itself. And you can see further down the hallway just a collection of what appears to be 3 Crown's Guard, one of which bears a sergeant at arms cloak, just this black cloak trimmed in green, who currently has their back to you.
Making a beeline for the sergeant.
As you make your beeline for the sergeant, she kind of hears the footsteps and turns around. As she does, you see this short-haired woman with this like this black hair that's very short on top and kind of like parted to the side and has like this very buzzed undercut to it. Freckles all across her face, and these very, very bright, kind of very light brown colored eyes. You can see she's human, probably in her late 30s, maybe early 40s, as far as you can tell. She just kind of turns and looks at you all as you approach. Yes?
Sorry, right?
Yes,
we
of course.
we're wondering if you could tell us what you know about the incident.
Well, follow me. She pushes past the other 2 Crown's Guard. As she does, it leads into another room. This door looks like it was just exploded inward. Like the door itself, it looks like it was just kind of cut with like a... You're unsure. There's just like a huge chunk of it just missing, and it's splintered outward.
Does it look magical? Like magical damage?
Make an Arcana check.
Excuse me. Blech.
12. Doesn't look magical in nature, to your eyes. But as you kind of take a note of that and then look at the room itself, this room, which used to have, this very kind of beautiful, purple wall color with this gold crown molding, this immaculate silver chandelier is just painted with blood.
Gruesome.
Covers everything.
So this is a second room
Yes.
covered in blood. Hmm.
As you can see, this is where the worst of it happened. I'm sure you passed by the other room. It was fairly bad there as well.
Does
As
the
far
blood...
as
Sorry.
as far as we can tell, it was something incredibly strong. Pretty much completely obliterated the door. And while we've laid the bodies to rest, the one in this room was essentially ripped in half. So,
Dear me.
Oh, yeah.
And about the victims, I believe the original posting said they were caretakers at the Pillow Trove, so
They were.
employees here?
they were, both of them, they were cleaning individuals.
All right.
Is,
And killed in the course of their duties? Or
Yes. As
were
far as
they
we can
here
tell.
when they should...
Okay. It did seem like they were cleaning, or doing whatever it is cleaning people do. Turning down the room, I suppose, as it were. But as far as we can tell, whatever it was moved with preternatural speed to the point where this carnage happened on a booked floor and no one heard anything. Except the shattering of the door.
So
That was it.
very quiet.
So there were two. It's 2 rooms. 2 rooms, right?
Correct, yes.
is there any sign, like, does the blood trail as if someone was dragged? Or is it more like a splatter across the wall from, like, a cut or, like, ripping in half without any sort of struggle?
Make an investigation check.
Do you happen to know who were the patrons of these 2 rooms?
No,
Ooh, natural
they-
20!
they were empty. They said the cleaning people were turning the rooms down, get them ready for the next occupants. Looking around, Lyris,
Yep.
there are no drag marks. And with that natural 20, you know that judging from the carnage and just the sheer carnage, it's really the only word for it, that the person had to break the door down, close the distance of that roughly 20 or so feet, grab whoever was here, lift them up, and then ripped them in half for this to happen, because it all happened at the foot of the bed.
Oh, so it's not someone leaving, someone busted in and killed whoever was in here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And there's, like, no dragging.
No.
You know, do you know of any spells that can conceal that kind of stuff?
I was just going to look around for magical influences myself.
In fact,
It's going to take
if
me
you
a minute,
have,
and I was going to do a comprehensive sweep of both of the rooms. So,
Same.
do you not have the wand?
shit! I forgot about the wands, Carl. My bad. She waves the wand and casts detect magic.
Wave around and cast detect magic. Nothing.
Nothing in either of the rooms?
Do a sweep of the both rooms with the wand, and there is no magic detected.
Very well.
Cracky.
Okay.
Savi will take a look at the
Oh,
the carnage and
the sergeant at arms continues, kind of reaches into her breastplate armor, and pulls out this blood-covered locket, and hands it to you, Soppy, as you were speaking. This was found in the hand of one of the victims. I believe they might have ripped it off the individual that attacked them. It's the only evidence we currently have. We have tried to track down whoever it might be, but that's come up empty, unfortunately.
And what can you tell us, perhaps more about the victims? Any connection between them specifically, or
one was an elderly human woman who has worked at the Pillow Trove for 20 plus years. And the other was a half-elf girl who had worked here for a couple of weeks. There was no connection between the two at all.
Besides just working here. All right,
Besides
thank
working
you.
here, yes.
If we had more questions about the two individual victims, is there someone here who perhaps worked with him that might be able to answer?
Let's see here. Yes, you would want to speak with Madame Luena. You most likely saw her downstairs.
At the desk.
Yes, the
Elven woman. All right.
Elven woman, yes. She would have known them. She's the proprietor and the owner of the Pillow Trove. So, we've already questioned her extensively, but
I'm sure.
new minds, new eyes, all that. So,
Indeed. And the state the bodies were in, one ripped in half, but not the other?
not the other.
Or both were found in the cellars?
The other was disemboweled, throat slit. However, I'm sure you saw the room. Not quite as bloody as this. And
the injuries clean as in a blade, or ragged like claws, or some kind of animal attack?
almost animalistic.
And there's no
Thank you.
clear exits that may have been forced. Do the windows look normal? Everything? It's just the door that's locked.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I have to remember I'm not a
21.
wizard this time around to suggest magic things.
21. As you look in the first or the room where you spoke with the sergeant first, window just looks fine, other than the fact that it's caked in human blood. You go to the other room, and you notice some very slight, easy to miss scratching on the window, as if someone was either had a shaky hand or was trying to quickly get out, and just kind of forced the lock open. And as you kind of look at that and look out the window, hell of a drop to survive.
Okay. I summon Lazuli, who's an owl, and I look at her and say, "How about we look outside?" And I open the window, and I let her float. And I want her to hover next to the building and sort of look around the area, the bottom, the ground, right below it, and then see what I see around there.
Make a perception check.
I gotta click on the owl. Okay.
With advantage.
Oh yeah. Perception. How do I put advantage on? There it is. Okay, there you go. 14. Good job, girl.
14.
Wait, that's a -1. That's wrong.
Get out.
That is
That's a
wrong.
+3.
That should...
So that's a.
15
So that should
plus
be 18. I don't know why it's -1.
Also, it rolled to me for some reason. I think you clicked on the lizard.
No, I did not. I swear to God, this is the owl. It even says perception +3. I don't know why it says -1. I'll even roll again now that people can see it, just so. It says lizard, but I'm clicking on owl. That's the thing. It'd be like that, I guess.
I think it's because...
I even opened the owl.
Hang on.
Is it the
I know why.
the as on the bottom of the
I know
just
why.
a little selector there? He knows.
Boom. That's why. Because all of them have the same name. I gotta change their name.
I got it. Very well. But anyway, 18.
Delightful.
Okay. 18. Alright. Looking around. Kind of floating there. Lazuli sees right under the window what appears to be bloodied hand and footprints that lead down about 10 feet and then drop. They just kind of disappear as if the person just dropped down. It almost looks like they just climbed down the wall for about 10 feet.
And then once those
Spatacla.
and once those bloody footprints reach that part of the open ground, they disappear.
Yeah, Lazuli with also with an 18 kind of dives down a bit and does see heavy indentations where 2 feet just kind of impacted in the grass and the dirt right outside the western section of the Pillow Trove.
Does it look human-sized, the indentations? The footprints?
Best you can tell. It's not like perfect imprint of feet, it's just kind of, you know...
Like a dent in the grass.
Pressed in grass and dirt.
Okay. He unsummons her and goes and finds Asabi and...
Asabi, do you look at the locket?
Yeah, well, while he was owling, she takes a closer look at that locket to see what's up.
The blood-stained gold locket as you look at it. You kind of run your hand across it. On the back of it, you feel an inscription, and it reads, "Nothing will ever be as beautiful as your smile, -JT." And as you
Justin Timberlake?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Obviously.
As you open it, on the left-hand section of the locket, you see a small painting of 2 women in a loving embrace. One is a dark-haired human woman with hazel-colored eyes, and the other is an elven woman with bright blue eyes and auburn hair. The other side of the locket is a painting of what looks like a park.
Okay.
And it was an elven... Wait, one of them is an elven woman?
Yeah, one of them is a human woman.
She's gonna go to the sergeant. Are either of these women one of the victims?
No.
No.
We've put out feelers to try and hunt either one of them down. Sadly, we've come up empty on that shot.
All right. JT. This landscape, does that look familiar? I know it's a small rendition. Does that look like a familiar spot in the city, perhaps?
That I know of, and we've also asked around as well, but to my eyes at least, it just looks like a generic park. Maybe you can suss something else out. Looks too nice to be on any other part of Zadash other than Tri-Spy, and honestly, this is the longest I've ever spent here, so...
I understand. Asabi will carefully see if she can pry up the little paintings. Is there anything, like, hidden behind them?
Just make a straight dexterity check.
Yeah, fuck fuck up these mementos.
Destroy all the evidence. God.
Destroy dexterity. So good at dexterity.
Wow.
Ooh!
Natural
Who would have
20.
thought?
Natural 20 to 22.
Yes, I am.
Reach into like a little pack and like pull out a little sewing needle and just kind of gently stick it in and pop out the small little frame that encloses the painting and keeps it safe from time and weather. And you very gently pull back painting on the left hand side, and on the back of it, the picture of the women in the loving embrace. You see it says Jessamine Tate. Oops.
Oh, JT, we found JT.
Jessamine Tate and Fazana Tate. 805 PD.
What years now?
805.
805 PD.
20 years ago,
Fazana,
right?
you said?
Fazana Tate, yeah.
Fazana. You said, how long ago? That's 20 years ago?
805. 20, right? Or 30?
20 years ago.
What
20,
years?
20.
20 years ago.
25 right now.
20
Yes.
years. Okay. Tate.
I come in to where they are and say, I seem to have picked up a trail right outside.
Yeah.
Me too.
Do they look humanoid or
Hard to
the
tell.
handprints and the footprints on the wall?
Yeah, the ones that she saw on the wall, that the owl saw, the Lazuli saw on the wall. Did they look clawed? Human.
As far as you can tell, they looked humanoid.
Humanoid. Yeah, it's hard to tell in this world.
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely looked like somebody was doing the Spider-Man crawl along the wall.
It's hard to tell, but I don't know of many creatures that can vertically climb a wall.
Right. Yeah.
While they are doing that, are there drawers, like closets with drawers?
There's
around?
in each room a set of very fine armoires and a 4-drawer kind of chest of drawers.
And she said those were those were not the rooms, like the two women's rooms. They were just cleaning, right?
Right. Essentially, they were maids. Yeah.
But I still want to check for false bottoms on the drawers.
Okay, make an investigation check.
You find a Bible.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
More money.
I never understand that, and I never will.
Me neither.
Me neither.
22.
Looking
Damn, we're
throughout
doing great.
both rooms, no false bottoms. Bible, so
That's a better one.
Yeah, a polytheistic Bible
Pamphlet of Bahamut.
that has each of the approved deities kind of in their own section.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Open it up. Maybe there's money in it.
Yeah. Check for gold.
Check for gold in the Bible. Is there gold in the Bible? Like
You-
1 gold?
Do you open the Bible?
Yes.
You open the Bible with that.
As you pull the Bible out of the drawer and slowly open it, the binding kind of creaks a little bit from age. And as you fully open it and see inside of it, nothing happens. Just Bible.
Damn.
Little dusty.
Dusty.
That's a lot of dust in this Bible, guys. No one reads this shit.
You don't find a jewel in there? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Asabi will take a closer look at the busted door.
Okay.
And see if she can suss out any other information in the hallway or leading up to that to see what kind of creature could have done that. Because he said it was like more animalistic.
Hey,
Look for
Is it like
furs.
rakes, or was it exploded?
Oh, make an
Yeah,
investigation
any
check.
other like tufts of fur caught in the thing? I'm going to invoke the power of the seeker.
I want to know.
Wow, 22, 22,
want
22.
to know.
Imagine rolling
Um,
below a 20 investigation. Could not be this party.
High intelligence, baby.
Hey, mine is fake.
Nah.
looking at both doors and seeing just the sheer ferocity at which they were obliterated, you
Yes.
gather while there isn't any fur that on them,
Or scales,
scales either.
fingernails.
Nope, no scratching. This blunt force, and the power
Okay.
behind it to do this to a fairly thick wooded door. This,
Yeah.
this
It's
creature
solid
would
hardwood,
have,
not those like
yeah,
hollow doors.
this creature would have had to have been stronger than Dameron by
By a bit.
to do this to this door.
And like scuff marks in the hallway on the carpet, or leading up
Just
to
blood that
back
spilled
and
out of the
forth,
open
or
doorway
just...
when the pinata was broke. That's about it.
Okay. What kind of creature could have had this force and been so quiet? And yet those handprints were
Humanoid.
ish.
Aren't there like spells that make everything silent around people?
There are.
Yes, but they said they heard the breaking of the door, not
Yes.
the ripping of the body. So I would not be so sure about the silence spell.
Hmm.
Well, what if they cast it after opening the door?
The strength could perhaps be magically induced. There are certain potions that would make one stronger.
Indeed.
Should
It is
be.
likely the creature killed so quickly no sound was made.
Yes.
How
Possibly.
distant? How distant is the room from the main floors, and how sturdy are the walls? Because, like in my brain, the door breaking is loud, but the snapping of like someone in half would also make a very gruesome sound. So depending on
The walls in the Pillow Trove, because the clientele they serve and also
Yeah.
the things they
Soundproof.
offer,
Yep.
the walls are soundproof. So,
okay,
Makes sense.
but you would know
That
that,
would
even
make
though
sense,
you
yeah.
yourself, Lyris, have never been here, you've heard stories
No.
of the Pillow Trove.
okay, all right, yeah.
It serves at the highest of discretion.
What?
Golly. All right.
We
So.
have the semblance of a trail if we wish to follow.
Mhm.
But
We have two names. We could try to check more
Yes,
about
I'd
them.
like to
exactly. It is
perhaps
best
talk
to know more about them.
Madame Luen downstairs.
Mhm.
See if she's heard them, or find out more about them. I wouldn't maybe go following the blood trail until we're all together again.
I agree.
Right. That is
We don't know
wise.
how far or how close that might lead to something.
We'll need our other companions with us, especially if this creature is as strong as it appears to be.
Indeed.
Let's see if we can find out who these two ladies were and how they might be
And-
connected to this place.
And do you think that we can ask the madam, not the madam, the lady, this is not that kind of place, the lady about whether they were like
Yes.
just, yeah, it's not officially though, I can't call her madam, whether they were
She
like
was
just,
introduced as Madame Luen.
Luena, yeah.
okay.
Luena.
If they were just cleaners or if they did other jobs, because this place is kind of known for special treatment sometimes. And if they were like passing as like cleaners but doing something on the side, and there might be like a jealousy thing here, maybe.
Perhaps you could inquire about that. Yes, I'm more keen on their identity and location, but inquiring about the other work they may be doing.
Right,
Not bad.
right, because
It's
it seems they were together, right? From what you heard, what you saw in the locket, Asavi.
well, no, because I don't think either of these two women were the victims,
Victims, no. No.
How do you know?
and the descriptions don't really match up. Although this photo is quite old, or this not photo, but this depiction is a bit old, so they would have changed. But I'm not sure. I don't think it's a jealousy thing. Well, at least that's not my first instinct. I know you like dramatics, but
Well, there's few things more dramatic than bisecting a body, so.
indeed, I'm confused as to why there are two. If this was a targeted thing, why would it take the first person, go to the second room, and then leave if these two people are
Perhaps.
connected?
Perhaps one of these, or two, or both of them, knew one of those ladies.
That's certainly possible. The locket was found on the first or the second? Tim?
What?
The locket was found on the first or the second victim,
The first one.
who was the older
Older human woman, yeah.
woman. Okay.
Or maybe the second person just saw it and it was like, let's get rid of evidence kind of thing.
Possibly.
Perhaps it's not about the victims at all, rather the establishment, and these two women were just unlucky.
What if?
Indeed.
What if this is nothing
And the
about
second was a younger elf.
Half elven,
Or half-elf.
woman, yeah. The young
like
side.
getting from what you're talking about, Varen, maybe what if this is like to stain the reputation of the pillow trove?
Precisely.
And it's not like connected to the, maybe it's even connected to the locket, or maybe it's like one of those two women that have something against Madam whatever her name is, because I don't remember.
Luena.
But Luena.
That's certainly
Or
possible.
the owner.
Selection of the victims could have been entirely random and just wanting to cause havoc, or perhaps
Right.
The floor was booked
an accident. Or
this creature
yes,
to employees as opposed to
Right.
guests.
guests.
To believe that perhaps it's more about the establishment than it is about the people.
Right.
Mhm.
And nothing is worse than saying, oh, two people kind of got killed in a very gruesome way here. Oh, come stay with us. That kind of thing.
Does it invite good publicity? No.
Right.
Is there anything else to look at up here? We checked the entryway, we checked the bodies.
Yeah, I want to do one last sweep looking for
Sweep.
anything I may have missed.
I'll
Yeah,
help
yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah, same. I guess what I'll do.
Yeah.
What'd you want to do? I'm sorry.
I'll do one last sweep of the scene before we leave, looking for anything that we might have overlooked or missed when we were looking more targeted.
Yes.
Okay, just do like a general sweep.
Yes.
I'll help her.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead and roll
we're all helping.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Now you say general sweep, do you mean just general sweep of the crime scene or of the entire floor?
No, of the crime scene.
Okay, go for it. Investigation check with advantage.
Should we look at the whole floor?
Yeah, sure, we go the whole floor. Let's go the whole floor. Let's go the whole floor.
sleep in the whole floor.
Honestly,
And I'll bring out the wand again to see if there's any magic in any of the other rooms either.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll all help with the general sweep of the whole floor.
the whole floor.
Got it.
Varen, do you want to roll?
Remind me. Yes, roll an investigation check with advantage.
Cool.
Can I say that the lower of the oh, never mind.
Ooh, that sucks. I want an 18.
Christ, Hazel.
You rolled before I could say it.
Oh, did you have a 20? I'll kill myself.
So a 26.
No, I don't have a 20.
26.
But I could have
Okay.
helped.
Yeah.
Tech magic lasts for 10
It would have
minutes,
gotten
right?
10 minutes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
but I have
you do.
charges, so I can cast it twice.
I keep forgetting I can use Bardic Inspiration more freely now because it
Oh,
recorded. I was on
yeah.
a short rest. My bad. I
Remember
don't
your
remember.
class, though.
Damn.
No, I remember my class. We just leveled, and I forgot it's on short rest now.
But yeah, if I need to, if I don't find anything, or if I don't cover the whole floor, I will use both charges that I have left.
Okay.
The locket doesn't ping either. No, okay.
Maybe.
Alright, cool. So, doing a full sweep of the floor, nothing pings magical on your handy dandy wand of detection. However, as you check the back hallway, the supply closet, kind of, you know, do like a cursory glance in, and your keen eyes kind of focus on a small bit of, it's like small little, stone shavings, like bits of broken off piece of rock from like the marble walls. As you kind of like walk in and push the carts and some of the supply racks out of your way, you see like a small bit of same kind of material just kind of piled on the floor. As you look up, you can see what appears to be 3 foot in diameter, roughly broken hole in the ceiling. Just this kind of rough animalistic hole that looks like something squeezed through, because you do see bits of cloth hanging from it.
And this is like on the ceiling on the actual roof, and it's that's on the top floor basically. Okay.
Right.
Open to
I'm
the
gonna.
open.
No, it's
Open
not.
to
It's
the
not.
side.
It's not open to the ceiling. From what you can see, it looks like there's, like houses and buildings. There's the roof, and there's like
they
a
have,
small
like, a
little
attic
It has
Yeah.
a little attic.
crawl space.
crawl space. Exactly. It looks like something
gonna-
just kind of punched through
Oh,
the
I'm gonna
ceiling.
summon. I'm gonna summon
Can you-
Luzuli.
Okay.
I was gonna say, could you give me a boost? But okay, it's a good idea.
Same.
And I'm gonna have her fly into the hole. See what's up there.
Go make a perception check.
Also, I, just as a note, I grab the bits of cloth that are hanging off of
Public.
Good, 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 good.
Public
used a mage hand.
advantage. Hey,
The mage hand.
For you, Varen, as
Huzzah.
you look at it, it is very fine threaded cotton, like something a noble person would wear around the house. It seems like, but heavily covered in dirt. And Lazuli, as she's up there, she kind of does a sweep around, 360 with an owl
turn her
head.
head.
Yeah, or 180, 360. Should snap her neck and die. Looking
No, I
around.
think they can do that.
No, they can
360
only-
degrees? I don't think so.
No, they can only go this way all the way and this way all the way.
Yeah,
but
that's what
never like.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
360 was only just. Your familiar killed themselves. Looking
Gets
around,
intense.
Lily actually doesn't see anything. Strange.
And what is in the cloth? That's like hanging from the.
Oh, Vren already grabbed it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
She yoinked that with a mage hand.
Fine fabric.
Certainly. I'm hoping perhaps to pull
just
the
seems-
same.
It just seems like an empty attic.
Yeah, it's like an empty crawl space. There's like there's that
Boost me up, Co.
there's
That's
that
over here.
there's that like schmutz. What do they call it? That insulates.
Insulation.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that thing that
Uh,
insulates homes. What do they call it?
I think it's just the schmutz.
The
It's called
the
I like
schmutz.
insulation. Yeah.
Yeah, insulation.
I know, Elena. Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy to be helpful.
I summon the owl. And that's the sound it makes, by the way. When it disappears. There appears to be nothing.
I trust
Really,
your
miss?
familiar very much, but perhaps if one of us could get up there ourselves and just take, a bit of a closer
Well,
look.
well, and
That
he'll,
part, right?
he'll like
Yeah.
sit down on the ground and say, "Climb on the shell."
Excellent.
Climb on the shell. Oh my god.
It'll take
Wait, are you going up or
some
am I?
squeezing,
I don't-
but you both are of a diminutive form that you're able to squeeze through the hole.
Partners. Homies, let's get it.
Mm.
Okay. So you
Just hanging
both
out in the
you
attic.
both are going up.
Yeah.
Okay. There is only enough space in here to be on like very low hands and knees.
One at a time
Alright, yeah.
would feel better.
Who's going up? Who went up?
Varin, the weakest person.
Varin, I
Decided.
trust you. You have good eyes. You should do this. I am totally here cheering for you.
Get a bardic inspiration die.
Thank
Ren, as you're lifted
what-
up there, immediately your senses are assaulted, your smell mostly, by that like sweet, sickly scent of a decaying body.
Gross.
Oh yeah, owls can't smell. Who would have thought?
Well, I based it on sight.
Yeah, I know him.
There is a corpse up here somewhere.
Boost me up, Co.
Yes, come on, come up. And she moves out of the way. So
He's just
that's
sitting
all.
down.
Okay.
You can climb on that shell like it's nothing.
Go on.
Climb her up. Whoop. Pull yourself up.
Both squeeze up there.
That's a good 5-foot boost.
Do I see
Yeah.
the body?
Make a perception
I
check.
think we both.
Okay,
They're-
cool.
It's a D8 for the bardic inspiration this time, okay? It upgraded. Yep.
God.
Asabi takes some of the little insulation wadded up and cast light.
Oh, excellent.
Genius.
I gotta make that perception check.
We glow. We do be
Look
glowing
at me
down.
glowing though.
Savi, are you assisting or are we doing this?
What's your
As you cast
assist.
light, by the way, as the light
oh no.
illuminates the slanted
Cross face.
ceiling, what your dark vision didn't pick up before because of how limited it is, written in dried blood in this just kind of shaky, scratchy hand. It just says over and over, Jessamine.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh.
I'm telling you, this is a love thing.
Alright.
This is bad.
Alright.
But
The
there
virus might-
is no body up here. There's just that
Okay.
lingering smell
It's
of a
just
decaying
the
It's the
smell
blood.
of the
It's the blood. Yeah. Hmm.
Well, no,
It's written in...
as someone who has smelled a dead body, an actual one that was rotting in a heated apartment in Florida, very
Ew.
distinct smells between
Oh,
just
very.
blood and a decaying corpse.
So there's no
Tim?
body that we can see, but perhaps if we looked around,
I hate that. You knew that.
Well,
find something, or there's no like.
There's not a lot of space up here to look around. You probably have
So you're saying
a
we
good.
do smell a body or we don't smell a body?
We smell the body, but
blood.
it's not here anymore.
Yeah, you smell like the
So-
lingering smells of like a
It lingers.
decaying corpse.
trust me.
That shit
Someone
lingers.
studying forensics, that shit lingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know how you two Floridians know that.
It's
Well,
Florida,
I'm
baby.
studying. I'm studying it. He found a dead body. It'd be like that.
It's Florida.
Yeah. Well, this is not good.
Interesting.
I'm afraid.
Hmm.
Ish.
So I wonder if our culprit is perhaps Fazana,
Perhaps.
Seems the most likely.
or and nothing else in the crawl
Hello.
space, just the words
Correct.
on the floor or hidden in the insulation. Okay.
Um,
Pop
and-
ourselves
and-
back.
Given you guys' passive investigation, the blood here looks as fresh or dry, however you want to think about it, as the blood in the room.
Okay, so similar time
Mhm.
frame.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
I wonder if this was done before or after.
I would say probably before, only given the crawling out of the window
Yeah.
and onto the road. Something started in here and punched through the bottom and then went into the rooms and
But there's no.
How did they get up there?
There's
exactly
no
the question.
body here.
There is no body here. Yes. Strange.
So. And there's not an obvious place where like there's a gross stain on the floor or like a place where there would have been a body.
No.
No.
The like lingering smell of
Perhaps the smell comes from the culprit.
We have to talk to the owner of the establishment.
Indeed.
Sorry, may I? Never mind. I will ask the sergeant when we get back to the crime scene. Can we get down, please? It
Yep.
smells.
You first.
Yeah. She hops down.
get me down, kind of your boots hitting the shell of Ko, and then you step down from him.
Apologies. Yeah.
Salvi, you get
Salvi
down
will
as
follow.
well.
I want to go and ask the sergeant a question before we go talk to Luana.
Okay. Yeah, you see her. You see her at the end of the hallway in the first room you guys passed by, just kind of looking in, taking idle notes.
There's a bit more in the supply closet if you want to send your people to check it out. However, I do have a bit of a question. You said one
Yes.
of the victims was an old human woman. How old approximately? Do you know by any chance? Or would that maybe be a question for the owner of the establishment?
It was hard to say when we retrieved the body. That'd probably be more of a question for Madame Lumena.
Right. No chance you got her name.
The victims.
The victim,
Any- Yes.
Alondra.
Alon. Oh, okay.
And-
She's worked here for quite some time.
And she and the half-elven woman, they were the only bodies recovered from this establishment?
Correct. Yeah.
Ah, well,
Insight check.
Yeah.
Inside check.
Inside check a cop. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm so fucking good at it. Oh, just normal.
Just normal. I can't help it. An inside check a fake. That
Yeah, you
sounds
can't help.
worth it.
Inside check.
Hard to
Yeah.
read.
Damn,
Damn.
just checking. Damn, dirty cops. Covered up
Bad
in body.
boys, what you gon'
Sorry, I've been watching Nick Cage. I've been watching all kinds of shit.
You just say Nick Cage again.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Sorry.
You adorable silly woman.
I was very tired.
God, if Nick
Last
Cage
night?
was Luke Cage, oh my god. Holy shit.
All right.
Oh, I got power.
Got power
To
in
the
me.
Luana. We should probably head down there.
Alright. As you guys head down the stairs to speak with Madame Luana, we are going to transition to
Oh my
Alistair
god.
and Dameron.
Yeah, fair.
Did you roll?
I hit my keyboard
turn,
and
boys.
it rolled something randomly. I don't know what just happened. Was that space? Does that just do that?
Maybe if you hit enter, it'll do the last thing you did or something.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, have fun
I
up
don't,
front,
I don't know
boys.
what I just hit. As you guys make your way out of the southern gate towards the farm area that you had passed through previously to enter Zadash, do you have a conversation at all, or are you just kind of walking in silence?
Alistair wouldn't start any conversations if Dameron doesn't.
No conversation.
Hell yeah. Two dudes being dudes.
Two dudes being dudes.
Alright.
Hindrance there too.
What's up?
Said an hindrance there too.
I thought Injured was with the other group.
Injured's with us in case we. Oh wait, no, Injured is with the Sabi. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You guys could have used him, you know.
They could have.
Yeah. Whatever.
But they didn't. Okay.
Hey, he did offer. He's pouting. It's fine.
He's not.
It's fine.
He's not pouting. Alright? Grown as a
He's
boy.
pouting. He's
Brown ass boys can pout.
You
Boy,
guys
let's find this
make
farm.
your way past the reaped and harvested farmland where the crops are grown, towards where the livestock is herded and penned. You can see several, dozen small little chicken coops just kind of dotting different parts of the farming area here. You can see, 2 or 3 pig pens, a number of horse, like free-range horse pens, whatever those are called. And eventually, you reach a point where see 2 dairy cows in a pen way too large for just 2 dairy cows, but you can only assume is Farmer Barrington's area.
Hold on. The rest of the livestock seem untouched. It's just this one farm that seems to be getting just ransacked.
Don't know that.
I was basing it off. This one seems empty, but the rest you didn't describe as that. That's what I was questioning.
Well, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
But this one is the furthest one away from the city. So.
Oh, okay. Then that's a big thing. I was curious. Yeah, we'll head there. That one seems like the place to go.
Currently see a just sun damaged and just dark tanned human man, and these hefty overalls, a plain linen shirt that's just kind of covered in sweat. He looks like he could be anywhere from 40 to 70, It's hard to tell.
Wow.
And he's just kind of pitchforking some hay and tossing it into the troughs, just kind of going through the motions as you all approach.
And then we just yell out, Barenton,
Eh?
is that you?
Who's asking?
We're here to
na-
assist you in whatever's been happening here.
Hey,
We saw your note on the taskboard.
you wanna assist me like them damn sissy ass crowns god assisted me? He just continues like shoveling hay into the troughs.
Hopefully, we'll be much more effective than the Crown's Guard were.
Well, if you ain't, you be dead. What do you want? What do you want to know?
Everything you know about it. How often
Yes.
does it attack, and have you seen it? Things like that.
I only
Also
ever.
go
ahead.
over what happened to the Crown's God exactly.
Oh well, hell, couple of nights ago, damn lawmaster done sent out Crown's God to come protect my farm, my livestock, and I was sleeping in the night, and all of a sudden I just hear two voices yell out, and then they just got further and further and further away. So I ran outside, and there wasn't nothing left but their weapons.
Interesting.
How often does this thing attack?
I would say over the course of, he like squints one eye and like really is thinking about it. Yeah, I would say over the course of 5 weeks, I've lost about 6 cows.
So has it only attacked 6 times, or has it attacked more often than that? I mean, has it attacked less often and took more
Oh,
of the
this
livestock?
just started 5 weeks ago.
Does it
Uh,
leave anything behind, or does the cows just disappear?
No, it does. I can show you the last victim.
Okay.
Follow me. He kind of leads you around the farmhouse towards this large, kind of a weather-wooded, and the wood itself is kind of like flaking from just sun damage, barn. And as you get like 15 feet from the entrance of this thing, just the awful smell of just a decaying, just visceral corpse of an animal just immediately punches you in your senses, and your eyes just automatically on their own just begin to water from the just putrid stench. It kind of like the barn door is cracked a little bit, and he just pushes it open. You immediately just hear just the sound of flies just hovering inside it. Yeah, I dragged her in here my damn self. Oh, there, take a look. And you just see this just eviscerated corpse of a dairy cow.
Does it look like it's been eaten on,
Oh yeah.
or has it just been killed? Yeah.
It has
yeah.
huge. Actually, let's say one of you make a medicine check.
I was just gonna walk forward, holding a cloth over his mouth to try and prevent as much of the smell and whatever else.
It's placebo effect. It doesn't help, but
Is Dameron gonna assist my medicine?
Yeah, I'll assist your medicine. I don't know who has the best wisdom. Or medicine.
I think we're about the same.
as
Yeah,
you're
we're the
looking,
same.
as you're looking over the farmer Barrington kind of takes his straw hat off and just kind of wipes his brow. Yeah, them damn crowns god, they came and investigated. They couldn't make heads or tail of it. They said it didn't look like no damn dire wolf, so I don't know. And as you look it over, no, it certainly isn't a dire wolf. It has huge gashes that almost look like talons. But the largest talons that you've ever seen. The neck of the cow itself looks like it was nearly bitten in half. It's just kind of like dangling on the skeleton and slight bit of muscle, but like just this huge, like 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot long chunk of meat was just ripped from it by this thing's mouth. And you also, as you're kind of looking at it and get closer, see the strange bit of necrosis to some of the meat. Almost like cow was poisoned.
Poisoned. What manner of a creature can do this kind of thing? So,
How you doing?
Barrington, where did the... Huh?
How did you answer, Dameron?
Not what I meant to do. Go ahead.
Did someone answer Dameron?
Oh,
Well, he asked a question. Was that directed at Alistair?
I asked the question.
Didn't you?
I was about to.
Go on.
Jesus, apparently
so-
I'm a mind reader. Okay.
Y'all are fucking wild right now.
I was started saying, but I didn't finish.
Okay.
So Barrington, where exactly did the Crown's God disappear?
Right outside the pen. They were guarding the damn things.
Right outside the pen.
Yeah.
On what side?
That side you saw me throwing the hay on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let him there.
Wasn't nothing
Well-
left of them but a little bit of blood droplets and their weapons. You hear them sons of bitches screaming for miles, felt like. Sorry, sex.
What do you think, Alistair? Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Not that I know of, but we might learn some more information once we get closer. We can see if this thing left any tracks and what they look like.
Let's go look over there where the Crown's God was last seen.
You guys head around to where you first saw Barrington, and as you get over there, both or one of you can make an investigation check.
I guess I'll make the investigation.
You know?
It's better than yours. It's not good.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, but I can help
Yeah, you're negative.
you. No, I actually have proficiency in investigation,
Oh?
so I have one.
Yeah, but what? Oh my god, I was wrong. You're better than me.
He has
Yeah.
one better investigation than you.
You investigate from now on, buddy.
But you're 19, so
Looking around the ground where the farmer told you the Crown's Guard taken from, you, Alistair, with the Dameron's help, kind of combing through, like the blades of grass, getting very Sherlock Holmes with it. You actually see what appears to be small little spray of blood, like an exit wound spray, like you've seen stabbing weapon. Blade goes in and then it pulls out. There's like that small spray of blood.
Mhm.
It kind of looks like that, mixed with this strange kind of thick-ish liquid.
Along with this, I'm gonna look around that area if it seems there's here. Are there tracks of any kind?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Do.
something greenish. Can we take a sample?
You can certainly try. 20.
Oh, hang on it.
Looking around. Tracks.
I'm going to take up out my alchemist kit and get out a small vial and try and get the green shit inside of it.
alchemist tool check. I'll say this is. I'll say we'll go with wisdom for this.
Wisdom. Oh, that's intelligence. Wisdom. I'm assuming he cannot assist me.
Woo!
Oh,
Not unless he's proficient with alchemist tools.
Oh.
Doesn't matter though. Natural 20.
natural 20.
You managed to get as much of the green liquid as you can without too much blood contaminants. Like you did a fairly good job to try and discern what this is. You probably filled about a milliliter of the vial, but it's enough. It'll be enough to figure out what this shit is.
Wonderful. I'll just cork that and put it away for now. Damon, I'm starting to think that whatever it is a flying creature.
Flying creature?
It would explain why there is no tracks at all, and how it is so easily able to tear away with claws and what's not.
So upon hearing that and the poison and the manner of the dead cow and how it died, can Dameron somehow does
Lodging
any
out what
memory
creature it is.
does any memory come back to him that he's encountered
Yeah.
something like this before?
Are you gonna try to dumb Sherlock this?
Yeah.
I'm sure like this. Come on.
No, like, does he get a flashback to something like this?
I'll say make a history check with advantage.
Also, I no longer have to go early, by the way.
Excellent.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. 13. Okay. You do get
As in, does he see some kind of creature before him?
You do get a flashback. You flash back to a vision, a dream you had, as you were staring up into the 5-headed, multichromatic form, scaled tyrant, Tiamat. You saw flying throughout the sky, combating planetars and divas, these dark winged shapes. Dragonoid, white dragon. Saw several planetars fall to a barbed stinger. Word kind of reaches your lips. Wyvern.
Dameron will kind of, silently say the word wyvern. Loud enough that Alistair can hear it. I think it's a wyvern.
To Alistair's knowledge, wyverns do have a stinger akin to a pseudo-dragon's, but much more potent and actually deadly, yeah?
History check.
Good. I'm trying my best. I can't find history.
14. To your knowledge, the poison in a wyvern stinger can kill a creature in seconds. It's the most deadly thing they have. It's extremely potent. Wyvern poison burns through its victim's bloodstream, disintegrating veins and arteries on its way to the heart. That's why the musculature and the meat in the cow, weird kind of necrosis to it. It was really destroyed in seconds.
I can't believe that you were right and it was a dragon outside of the walls.
Oh my god.
We were joking about it. Yeah.
We knew the answer before we got to the scene.
Well, this is very troublesome.
I am Nostradamus, thank you.
Remarkably, wyverns are no easy deal, especially due to the fact that they can fly away so easily.
You and I won't be enough to tackle this. That's for certain.
No, we'll need everyone, but additionally, we don't know when it will strike, and due to the fact that it's capable of flights, we don't know where it nests or where it could be, so we can only wait for it to attack.
I can tell you, it only attacks at night, so...
Then you stay indoors at night.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Just making sure.
Thank you for your help.
No problem. If y'all do get this nonsense taken care of in a timely manner, I know Volushin and all his dwarven wisdom offered you some gold, but I'd be willing to sweeten the pot if you do manage to get this taken care of. Too sweet.
What did you have in mind?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? Just get it taken care of and you'll see. I got work to do. If you have any other questions, you'll find me in the back.
How
Good
much do you know
evening,
about wyverns?
just see him shake his head as he walks around, like, just
Yeah,
throws his hands
that's
up,
what I
like,
thought.
what?
That's what I thought.
Damn it, I'm not sure. That's the
well, boy, looks like we have some thinking to do.
Boy.
He's a boy.
Is
Look-
he? He's a
Look
grown
at his
ass
boyish
man.
face. He looks like a boy.
Apparently he's a boy.
To Dameron.
Damn right. No one knows your age. You could be younger than him.
Well, Dameron is beginning to realize he's, not a teenager.
Not the teenager.
Uh,
Probably
Yeah.
true. He's probably not a teenager.
Turns
There's
out
not
I'm 65.
There's not much we can do here, unfortunately, so we should head back to the tavern and wait for the others to get there.
We'll devise a plan.
I'm not much sure there could be a plan unless we... Well, actually,
There is. I
we
have
need
something.
to visit the market.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Nets.
Nets.
and chains.
And we also need. I've seen you carrying around that alchemy stuff. Can you make some kind of potion that makes us resistant to poisons?
I love that. I would love if I had something like that in my arsenal, but I'm not so sure. However,
You have
no
the
one's so
sample.
many
Could you make
minds.
something out of that?
Anti-venom? Maybe. We can visit Dorvin. Maybe Dr. Dorvin can help me along with it.
Good idea.
I think Ellers is going to very quickly begin walking towards the market, Tim.
Okay. Just to
Yeah, we will.
streamline shopping, what are you looking to buy?
Nets.
How
Nice,
many?
strong. Let's go with 5 nets. 5 nets.
5 nets.
Well, they need
That's
to be
too
strong.
many.
Can I just get
They
5
need to be very
nets?
strong.
Just 5 nets, please.
A net, please. This is a Wendy's.
Might I have a net?
There's definitely no need for 5 nets. But fuck it, I'll double up on them.
5 nets. Now, are you looking just for your basic, like, weapon nets, or are you looking for strong...
If I can get strong nets, 2 strong nets will be good.
2 strong nets?
Yeah.
To get, like, the really heavy-duty, hold down crates and cargo on ships in the middle of bad weather nets. 2 of those probably put you at about 10 gold apiece.
10 gold apiece? Fuck it. Oh, wait, hold on. Would we be able to possibly actually toss one of these, me and him combined?
What's your strength scores?
Both of us are 18.
Yeah, you both will be able to toss one
Cool.
each.
Each? Oh, fuck yeah, bam. I'll buy both of them then. Bam, both nets.
Okay, so mark off 20 gold. And
Sorry.
mark down 2 heavy duty nets.
Add one to your inventory, add one to mine.
Oh, net.
Just
Heavy
so-
duty
Heavy
nets.
duty net.
Yeah. Just so you know, range of 5 feet, long range of 15 feet.
Okay.
Anything else?
We're going to go visit Dr. Dorfin and see if he and I can develop an antivenom for this poison together.
I just remembered something, Alistair, as well. And
What's
Demer
that?
will hold up a bag of jelly beans. The green one. It said something about poison. I can't remember. Look at this. There's a note or something in it, isn't it?
If it makes you resistant to poison, then it's wonderful. How many do you have?
How many is in the bag?
One of each color, and I believe
We have 2 bags, so we have 2 of them.
right.
Oh, I have a bag in my inventory. Yeah.
I think the red one in each of them have been eaten.
I have
have not.
used my green one.
Used your green
and
one?
One other. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
to
tried to
make-
make fucking Saro eat it, and he fucking
Yeah.
wouldn't. After I told
Yeah.
him to drink the.
I have only taken the red one in mine.
Okay.
I've also
I just
used the
opened.
white one.
I have used none of mine.
Great. So we have 2 resistance to poisons. Rick knows that. Demer knows that, not me.
Does he know that?
He might. I don't know if he even knows how to count. But
Jesus.
He can count to 100.
hey,
Wow,
job.
big number.
but
I don't know. I'm sure he can count a little bit.
Triple digits. Hell yeah, buddy.
but if he knows there's multiple, then I mean,
I
hey.
can't remember how many bags we got, he says. But I have 1 at least.
Well, if you eat that, that should help you at the minimum protect against the wyvern's poison. You and I, if we could both become protected, would be the most effective, as we will likely have to be holding him down in these nets.
Point. And then in addition, we'll see what you and the doctor can con on.
Hopefully something decent. Okay. Dr. Dorfin's place.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you head back into the city, or you're already in the city. You leave the Penta Market, back onto the Interstead Sprawl, following it along until you reach the block of Tree Tudor Village, and you can see as you kind of move past this point, about 1 block over. See this block long single 12-foot story like white peach shotgun style building that has banners on the front of it that read the Guided Hand Infirmary, and is made of well constructed plaster and wood walls. The front of the infirmary has a sign with the similar kind of text with a name on it. Double doors and 2 crossbar windows. And you can see these same type of windows continue down each of the sides of the building, faced out into alleyways. Enter the double doors. You can see, as soon as you entered, a clerk's desk and 2 hallways, one on the left and the right. And as you kind of look, just as a curious person would, these hallways seem to run the length of the entire infirmary and connected in the back, forming what you can guess is a sort of ring in those directions. As you enter, you see halfling woman kind of sitting at the clerk's desk. Hi, welcome to the Guided Hand Infirmary. Afflicted by an ailment today?
No, I'm looking for my teacher, Dr. Dorvin.
Oh. Just got back into town this morning, I think. Saw them very briefly. Yeah, 1 second. And she reaches into a drawer on the desk, pulls out this small little stone, and kind of like rubs her hand across it. Dr. Dorvin, you have guests at the front desk?
Tell him Alistair is here if you could.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
She just kind of closes it back in the desk. A few moments pass, and you see a very familiar half-elven person. As they approach, just kind of look tired, travel weary. They just kind of greet you with a half smile.
Hello, Doctor.
I'm sorry to have ruined your rest. Do you mind if we speak for a bit?
I was gone for quite some time. I'm a bit busy. Is this particularly important?
It's about a wyvern attacking the outskirts of the city.
Follow me to my office.
Don't follow.
They lead you down the long hallway on the right, right into the point where it reaches that part where it connects and kind of forms that like crude ring. And their office is like right in that corner. They just kind of open the door and step in, kind of leaving the door open for you both to enter. And you can see it's a humble but large office. You can see in the very back wall, almost kind of kitty cornered, is this extravagant and quite advanced alchemist table. All the instruments that go with it. You can see a number of books on the left-hand side bookshelf. You can see a large mahogany desk in the center with two very comfortable-looking chairs in front of it, and one on the opposite side. The desk is just kind of littered with the equivalent of medieval manila folders. And they just kind of plop down in their desk chair and just rest their face in their hand. Wyvern attack.
To bother you. Sorry to bother you so soon with this, but
I feel like I
yes,
just left
Alistair,
you
why don't you
people.
tell him?
He'll pull out the vial of wyvern poison and hold it out to him and say, "We were investigating whatever creature was attacking the farms outside the town city, and saw that the creatures there were destroyed by talons and poisoned by a venom, and we believe it to be wyverns. Or at least one. With luck, I was hoping you'd be able to help me develop something that would
They
from
kind
their venom.
of they motion for the flask or the
I will hand it over.
vial. They take it, just flick their hand, and a bit of arcane light appears, and they just kind of hold it up to it. It's definitely a very high-grade poison. Wyvern, mayhaps, who knows. They hand it back to you. As far as anti-venom, can make you something to be resistant to it, but it's going to take some time. What's the timetable on this? Are people dying? People in danger?
It's mostly
It
killing
has-
creatures right now, but there's only 2 cows left. Who knows how long?
Yes, but it has also killed at least 2 Crowns God.
That as well. It has killed several cows guard now.
If we can, we would like to deal with it tonight.
Tonight.
shows up. If it shows up, but there's no promise. Frankly, we don't know when it can attack. He said that there's been 5 attacks. There's been 6 attacks in the last 5 weeks, which means it could attack tomorrow, but it could attack a week from now.
When was
Don't
the
know.
last? When was the last attack?
A couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago, got some Crown's Guard.
Alright. I can probably scrounge up some materials and make some sort of poison resistance by nightfall, but it's just going to be 1.
1 will do then. It's a great help regardless.
Right. And as far as you contact your mother, I'm quite worried about you and your dealings with the gentleman. Yes, I told her.
Oh.
That is fair.
Well,
If-
that business is concluded.
If it makes you feel better, at least. He's more or less ignored us. He couldn't care less about us once we gave him the box.
Make a deception check.
That's true though. What are you on about?
He offered you a job.
He offered us a job, and then as soon as we denied it, he was like, "You're still here." Like, he did not seem to give a shit about us.
Yes, he's a gentleman and he can't give a shit about people.
That's
Uh,
I don't lie.
It wasn't.
I wasn't.
It was a lie, though.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh. I wasn't intending to. Let's see what you cared.
Live omission. Live omission.
It just kind of nods. Right. You don't have any more dealings with the gentleman, then?
No. He offered us a job. We said no, and he basically waved us out.
Will you have dealings with the gentleman?
Preferably not.
You should know me well enough that I have no desire to get into the crime like that.
Me neither.
I thought I did know you well enough, and then you were like, let's open the box. And so ignorant. We're taught better. What was in it? I have to know. I'm very curious.
It was a
What's a
key,
key?
that Asavi said was forged by the blood of 12 grand thieves.
How kind of key is that?
She said it could be used to open any lock.
Oh shit. Makes sense, gentlemen want that, I guess. Very well. I'll try and scrounge up some materials to make this potion.
What if Alistair stays and helps you? How many can you make then?
Still only 1. It is nearly midday, and you want it by nightfall.
Okay then. So we will have potentially 3.
It's good enough, hopefully.
If you have the coin to spare, you can try, what's it called in the Pentamarket? Grace of the Wilds, I believe. Jesna. You might have, purchase. You have the coin.
Might be worth it. It's a very strong poison.
We can tell the others about it and
Yeah.
figure out what to do from there. Thank you very much for the help.
Thank you, Doctor, and sorry again to bother you.
No bother, just tired. Some of us walked to Zadash. But I'll have that ready by nightfall.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
They point at you, Alistair. Contact your mother.
Do you have any way to do that? Otherwise, I'll have to send her a letter and hope it arrives in reasonable time.
Have a way for me to do it.
Understood.
Sorry. Alright. They just kind of like lean back in their chair and just rub their eyes intensively.
While we're walking out, Dameron.
Yeah.
Do you have javelins?
I don't have any javelins. I only have my hammer, my sword, and my throwing axe.
We should go and get some javelins just in case.
Also a good point. I don't have much money left. I only have 22 gold.
It's fine.
Ah,
Should go
come
buy
here.
some javelins, Tim.
I come here. Sorry,
Gonna go buy javelins.
Yep.
I need.
How
5
much
minutes.
are they? If you meant to see that?
You can go to Sparkhammer Smithing.
Okay.
Speak to Yannick, and you can procure. They have up to 10 javelins in stock, each 5 silver apiece.
Go buy all 10.
5 gold.
7. He'll give 5 to Dameron.
Sorry,
That's
I
fine.
had to open the door.
No problem. Alistair gives you 5 javelins.
5 javelins. Wow,
Javelins.
that's a lot of javelins.
It's not that many javelins. Unfortunately, you have to usually kill the creature before you get them back. So yeah, and then
Alright.
return to the tavern and wait for them.
Okay.
Would it be alright if we took like a 5
A what?
5-minute break?
Bio break, Tim. Bio break.
Oh yes. Fuck. I am so sorry. We've been going for 3 hours. I've been in it. Yes. Let's go ahead and take a quick 5-10-ish minute break. We'll be right back. People who are watching. But don't you worry, we got you with this stellar high-tech be right back screen.
Amazing.
Fuck yes.
Last technology available.
Yes. All right.
No
Top
one's
of
grabbed
the-
a design like this.
We will be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
In the penal colony.
Oh,
Alrighty, so
your
we
mind.
hath returned by BRB sign.
I forgot shoulders, man.
Hello,
Bye
murder
bye,
mystery.
be fine.
Alright,
Poor Hazel, we love you.
so as you guys head back to the tavern, the rest of you are heading downstairs with Madame Luna. Heading downstairs, you still see the elven woman sitting behind a counter, seemingly reading a book of some kind. She has brown hair, golden eyes, very beautiful, graceful, like an person usually is. You see she's currently wearing this sapphire blue lace dress that is quite revealing, snug to her body. As you approach the desk, she just kind of looks up at you all. Hello?
Hi. Pardon the intrusion. We are investigating the incidents
The
upstairs,
murders
and
that happened upstairs, yes.
yes, we are just looking to ask you a few questions about the people.
She just kind of closes the book. Oh, right, well, I've already answered all of the good sergeant's questions, but if you have more, then yes, please, ask away.
Primarily, the question I was looking to ask is if you recognized the name. What was it?
Jessamine.
Jessamine.
Jessamine Tate.
Jessamine Tate? Or Fazana Tate?
I have Susanna Tate, yes. And I'm going to use the medallion to cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
I got rid of that. So thankfully you still have that.
AC's not great, but it's okay, it's fine. We're not looking deeper anyway.
The surface thoughts are immediately that of familiarization, concern, kind of like surprise. She just kind of nods her head. Yes, I know of Jessamine. Why do you ask?
We are concerned she may be involved in the incident in some way, and we're looking for more input on, who she is as a person.
Jessamine is involved in that. Heavens,
Yes,
no, there's no way.
Well, if you could just tell us what you knew about
Sorry.
her, perhaps we could come to that conclusion ourselves.
Asking me for information, and yet you're being snippy.
What she's trying to say is that it might help us if you give us all the information that you have, because either she's involved or she's in danger. So either way, we have to know. So if you could
Everything.
please
I'm fairly sure what I said.
tell
We'll
us
pull
everything
out
that you
the
know.
locket. Open. This was found at the scene. I believe it's hers.
And
Takes
there's-
it and looks
Or
at it.
from her.
There's quite a bit of her name written in blood in your attic, so
That too.
Really? Ansgar didn't mention that.
Yes.
Kranskar
You should
didn't see
find
it.
She hands you back the locket. Yes, that is a painting of Jessamine and Fazana on their wedding day. 2-3 decades ago, something like that.
And
20
who are
years
these women?
exactly.
Information then. No, I only say Jessamine is a caretaker at the Ossuary Gates, the Raven's Den. what do they call them? I forget what the acolytes for the Matron Ravens is called, but she's one of those and has been for, oh, heavens, 100 or so years.
And how do you know her?
Because we've existed in the same city for so long. Actually,
Inside check.
roll
Yeah.
insight check.
What's she thinking now? What are those server thoughts now?
17.
Service thoughts were shifted from surprise to notably annoyance, probably directed at you, Barin, and
Used to it.
concern. Inside of 17, hard to read, Co.
Okay.
Madam, what about Fasana? What do you know about her?
Oh, well, sadly passed away
Right.
5 or so years ago.
Do you know? 5 years, indeed. Do you know how?
What I remember hearing of natural causes.
Hmm.
Humans, very frail.
Did they have anyone else that
She looks quite young in this picture.
Well, humans usually do look young until they don't.
You could say that again, yes.
Even 20 years on, I wouldn't call her an old woman.
She was in her 50s. She was a noble woman. She didn't really have any reason to age poorly, so to speak.
Is there perhaps... I don't know how well you know Miss Jasmine, but is there perhaps any other interested parties in her affairs? Any of the notable ones that you could think of? There is no
For
doubt
any
in my
reason
mind that she is
she would be
connected
connected to this
somehow.
place.
But just trying to figure out the why.
I mean, who they think of as they often came here. Hosanna was alive. There's a sort of what are the young people calling it? Staycation or something like that.
And when did you last see Miss Jasmine?
7 or so years ago, before the illness took.
The old woman that died. Did she work here when they would often visit?
The old woman, Alondra? Yes. She's worked here for, goodness, most of her life. Since she was a teenage girl, actually.
And the younger woman, what's her name?
Oh, Eliana.
The younger victim.
She's only been working here for a couple of years.
Alright.
Alright.
Is there
You
anyone
said
you might direct us? Anyone you might direct us to who knew Jessamine and Fasana a little bit better?
You're
Someone
already
who
doing
would have
ship names.
known them recently.
You're doing ship names already.
Yeah, Jazana.
Jasana.
I'm afraid I did not know them that well.
But do you know of anyone who did?
No, I've never had a reason to, besides the curt polite, no, welcome to the Pillow Trove, and the occasional check-in as proprietor I'm obliged to do for big spenders, so...
You said that
Understood.
Jessamine was a caretaker on the Temple of the Raven Queen?
Yes, the Ossuary Gates, a shrine, the Raven's Den, I believe it's called.
Do you know if she had any magical divine talents to the Raven Queen?
That I'm aware of.
I believe
Did-
perhaps we should inquire at the temple about Jessamine.
Will
They
you?
may know.
She may be a target. It's best if we inform this temple.
Certainly. And this is more out of my own curiosity. They were married in the Empire.
They had a ceremony in the Empire.
That's
Of course.
expected. Okay, we should.
Just another question, no, before we go. Where do you know what kind of ceremony was done when Fasana passed? Was she buried? Was she cremated?
I believe she was buried in the Tate family crypt.
Where may those be?
That would be the Ossuary Gates. That's where the catacombs are.
Right. That sounds like the best bet. And yes, I would recommend you get someone into that supply closet on the 3rd floor. There's just a ton of blood in the ceiling.
Someone on it as soon as I hire new help.
New help, yes. Well, apologies for the intrusion. Hopefully we will sort this matter out. Good day.
Thank you for your help. We'll do our best to find out what happened.
Of
We
course.
wouldn't want such a place like the Pillow Trove to suffer from this.
I appreciate that.
All right. Let's
Opens the book and goes back to reading as you guys walk away.
right. So, what are the chances that she actually can raise people from the dead and she was like so brokenhearted with her wife's death that she did that and shit happened?
But her wife died 5 years ago.
It
went
doesn't matter how
somehow.
long someone died.
Maybe it took her that
Yes,
long
no,
to
it doesn't.
figure out.
Can you well, hang on. Can you
What?
are you allowed to just bring people back to life if they
Of
just
course
kind of
No.
died of like a natural
course not.
cause?
No, of course not.
Isn't
That's
that
totally
like
wrong.
isn't that like
Well,
the fate strands kind of
Yeah.
calling
No.
it
And
calling it
also-
quits?
I think we
I
should also
think so.
investigate if Jessamine is still affiliated with the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Yes, by
seemed to
all
be the best
accounts, she's
location.
still there, so going and talking to her might
Why
be
would
a
it
good
be
idea,
her?
but I don't know if that's something we should do.
You'd think, Lyris, the only flaw in your theory is that if Jessamine snapped and wished to do something in memory of Fazana or something like that, you'd think it would be Fazana's name written over and over again in blood in the ceiling. She wouldn't be
No,
writing her name.
not
That's
if
why I
Fazana
think
came back
Whatever.
and
Yes.
lost her mind and was obsessed by her wife.
Before her passing, it would have been Fazana in possession of this locket,
You'd think, yeah.
possibly buried with it. I don't.
Yes.
Yo, I gotta be
Fiction.
honest. I've read a lot of books about zombies. Ain't never read a book about a zombie tearing somebody
Yes.
in half.
And is a zombie very strong?
That's
Tip-
I don't know about all
Also-
that, but I ain't never heard nobody write about a zombie tearing somebody in half.
And
Well, I
Spider-Climb.
don't know anything about the undead.
However, it is slightly promising given the stench upstairs.
Laris,
Right.
which way is this temple to the Raven Queen?
Do I know which way the temple to the Raven Queen is? Because now I have to ask.
From
After
here.
my 4.
Make a history check.
Okay, I'm
Guidance.
decent at this. Oh, wait.
I can't be on the forehead. Do you have guidance?
27.
Yes, the 7. Jesus, nice. Almost a
She's smart now.
I'm big brained. It's
the
fake. It's fake.
the Ossuary Gates are the vast multi-layered catacomb graveyard that is used by most of the higher ranked families of the city. They are located kind of northwestern section of the Innerstead Sprawl. Within the Ossuary Gates, there's the Raven's Den, which is a shrine located in the center of the graveyard and dedicated to the Matron of Ravens. And there, outside the shrine, consists of an iron and obsidian archway that stretches up to a height of about 20 or so feet. Frame the small shrine. That is where much of the dead is interred, and then the Ossuary Gates is where noblemen, starostas, lawmasters, that's where they are interred, and most of them have family crypts within that. So
Yeah, I can totally take us there, but I think that we should get the others, because I don't like the sound of this.
Which direction is that from here, from where we are?
From where you guys currently are,
East or west?
That's would be. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
An excellent question. Let me find my notes on the Tri-Spire, which aren't vast.
I don't know much.
The entrance that you guys took to get into the Tri-Spire would have been the Pentamarket entryway. So if you take that same entrance, that would be east, go through the Pentamarket, back into the Innerstead Sprawl, and then just kind of curve up the northwest, because the Pentamarket is central Innerstead. Here's Pentamarket, here's the Pentamarket entrance to the Tri-Spire, and then up here is the Ossuary Gates, Raven's Den.
Okay. Co's gonna go towards the side of the building where Lazuli saw the indent on the grass and all that, and the blood on the wall. Is that, if something were to jump down there and bolt and run away, would that go towards the direction of the temple?
A survival check.
Oh, I'm proficient in that.
Or
Hell yeah.
LMAO!
Are you though?
You
Are
know
you really?
what? You know what?
Mhm.
Yeah.
LMAO!
You don't know the city very well, so
You don't know.
Buildings.
You know when you have an amazing
So strange.
spot
A
and
big
then
range of
Yes,
and
yes.
then
dynasty.
all it's fucked on one roll. Amazing.
yes, I do.
What a great game.
Like,
Okay.
guess I won't do this.
Yes, I won't do this.
That's Dur, baby.
No inspiration.
Aren't Jesus?
No,
Also,
because Leia doesn't
I wanna
love me.
say before I forget,
No, but it wouldn't help you.
gloss over
Uh-huh.
this.
What, Lane?
What?
Jumping into it. Asabi's guidance. I just want to say this before I forget, because I decided this yesterday. Asabi's guidance is she takes her middle finger and touches right here and says, "In knowledge, seek truth,"
Ooh,
which is what she did.
pretty. Anyway, very pretty.
Opening up
But
that
like I said-
third eye.
Maybe before we go investigate this, we should get Dameron and Alistair.
That is wise. Hopefully they've figured out what's eating sheep or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, their investigation, including talking to Dorvin and shopping, took about an hour and a half. You guys have been at it for about 5 hours. You're
We're CSI's a dash.
yeah, you
Wow.
you
Yeah.
have
All their
you
time was
deep
travel.
dived into the crime scenes, which
I love-
you guys had a lot more
Oh my
detailed
God.
shit to go through,
I
but
love that so much.
Fine, Alistair. Let's just go and do this.
no.
These two right now are just
you-
like
you
jabbling.
We have
all-
time anyways.
Yeah,
You are
we're CSI the
roughly
Dash.
real
They're
quick,
the mentalist.
really quick. You are roughly about hour and a half, 2 hours from dusk. Just so you're aware.
Okay, I'm gonna
So-
go back to.
Since
So,
we have
Alice-
time anyways, because they
Right.
3 hours,
We wanna do-
fucking 3
yeah.
hours. You want more stuff.
We want to buy
Specifically,
more
we're
stuff.
We make another run to the market.
What do you buy?
Large metal spikes. 10 of them.
Like-
10 spools of hempen rope, and then metal hooks that we can drive into the wooden handles of the javelins.
Like metal spikes? You mean pitons? Like shit like that?
Like
Bigger than that, to spike into the ground. Like what you spike a big dog in the ground with. Like,
Metal
You said
fucking
10
rope.
spools of hip and rope is 10 gold piece. 10 gold pieces.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Everything appeared for me for
Yeah.
a second there. Sorry.
Oh. How many spikes?
10.
Okay, well that'd be a gold piece.
Okay.
For 10 of those. What was the other thing?
I want hooks that I can drive into the wooden handles of the javelins to tie the rope to, basically.
Grappling hooks.
Not grappling hooks.
No, like
These are-
just
these
hooks
are to
where
drag-
you can tie the rope in.
C screws, Tim. That you,
Was-
like you hang shit with. C screws that you like hang shit with, just thick.
Gotcha. Tools like that, tad more fine work. However, you do find where is branch?
Cameras. Oh yeah, never mind.
Anything you need to buy?
No.
Packwares provisions. You find Packwares provisions on like the very outskirts of the Penta Market. That is a smaller scale blacksmithy, but deals in mainly like smaller smithing ware, such as like the forging of tools, stuff like that, more intricate work. How many of those do you need?
10.
10 of those. For intricate work like that, you're looking at 5 gold for 10.
5 gold? Got it. Cool.
Not something anyone really requests often.
You
Okay.
pay for everything.
Wonderful. I pay for everything.
So the rest of the
Then
night.
once
we're
we get
waiting
back
for
to the
them
thing again, we just drive the
Yeah.
screws into the javelins.
We'll
setting
spend
it
the rest
all
of the time making our contraptions and also picking up the potion.
Let's say for this.
Yep.
Let's say both of you make a wisdom check, or one of you make it with advantage. I'll say survival. I'll say survival.
Survival?
I think
Okay.
I think we have
I'll
the
do it
same.
with advantage if you assist me.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the same?
think-
We can
I
do it
think,
separate if you want.
Well, now let's just do it
You
with
can make it.
advantage.
I'll let you make it.
With advantage. Okay.
Advantage? Okay. You want to roll it or should I?
You have 5 survival, right? Or what's your
Yes.
survival? Yeah, me too. I'll just do it this time.
Fine.
because why not?
You got it? Okay. I believe you. Not bad.
17.
Okay, 17.
Not bad.
You get the screws placed in. You get everything set up on your javelins, ready to go. You both feel at the end of it fairly competent in your contraptions that you have created. And as you kind of finish this little tinkering project, this little hunting contraption that you're building here, the rest of your party arrives at the Leaky Tap Tavern.
You guys literally see this like big, massive net spewed on the table, and coils of rope with javelins and big metal spikes just laying out.
They have essentially commandeered 3 tables and the stage in the Leaky Tap Tavern.
I'm surprised you haven't been kicked out yet.
As you say that, you just hear across the noise of the tavern, "Oh, don't worry, I'm charging extra for this."
Wonderful.
Of course.
As it should.
What on earth is going on?
We found what's been killing things outside
This.
the city.
Delightful.
You're
What
not
is it?
you're not going to
Wyvern.
like it.
Tamara's right. Which dragons?
What?
Wyvern.
kidding.
Dragon.
Or
Wyvern.
Avon.
Wyverns aren't dragons.
They're a type of dragon.
Dragon
They're
adjacent.
dragon adjacent.
A dragonoid.
But they're not that big.
Yeah.
And we might be dealing with undead.
Wyverns.
Great.
Wyverns.
Undead.
Well,
Hopefully only one.
it's a strange theory, or
Complicated.
people who lied about being dead. I don't know.
Maybe.
No,
Yeah,
there was
what
definitely a
Or
if-
it could be someone else entirely. It could be.
What if
I don't
she
know.
was actually a vampire and her wife had to lie about it because, otherwise she would be.
like that though.
Yo, aren't vampires a myth? Ain't that just
That's what I
folktale?
I mean,
They're fake, like werewolves, right?
right, but like,
Oh,
have you ever seen a dragon?
Hold
I
on.
mean fake.
You,
Fake
you
like
do-
pixies.
you do know why I gave
In
you that
person?
that magic sword, right, Injured?
Alistair, if you'd better tell me we're gonna fight a freaking werewolf, I'm going back to the Feywild.
You must never have heard some of my father's stories, have you?
Yo, Dad fought a werewolf?
Werewolf.
It was
He's
a
far
very
more than a
gruesome
werewolf.
crime scene and
Right, the crime scene. That's more important.
strange findings, and we don't know what we're facing on there. But if you know it's wyverns, wyverns.
We don't
How
know.
many-
We are hoping Wyvern, but we
Indeed.
don't know. It does regularly attack at night, though, and it seems it's more or
Considering
less
it's only
make the average.
it's only one cow every time, so I'm going to
It's
assume it's only
cow.
one.
Oh,
That
makes
said,
sense. And
it-
this is for
Wyverns
Well,
can
they
fly.
fly.
And
building in a nest.
No.
Wyverns
They're
can fly.
intended
It's
to keep
meant
it
to
from
being
flying.
away.
Keep it down
Right.
so we can fight it.
Good thought.
Oh,
All
which
right.
one of you? How many of you have the jelly beans?
The what?
I don't.
I bought
bought a
some.
bag of the jelly
We're going
beans,
to
yeah.
need all the green ones.
Wyverns have a strong
Oh,
poison.
I've already used mine.
I have not used any of mine. So
I
Good.
don't have jelly beans.
Tried to give mine to.
why do you want it?
Wyverns have a very strong poison, and Dameron said that they're capable of reducing the effects of poison.
One of them is. Yes.
The green one, yes. So we need all the green ones. And Dr. Dora is making us a potion as well.
The Dwarven is making us one potion, but he cannot produce more than
you?
that.
You stopped by to see the doctor.
Dr. Dwarven.
Dr.
How are
Dwarven
they?
is tired. They only recently got back near the town yesterday.
Shame.
It seemed he was a little bit slower on foot, but they
Yes,
offered
you
to
know,
make
that
us that
happens.
potion. This thing seems to attack a little more often than once per week, just taking the average. And since it attacked several days ago with those guards, I think it's fair to assume it might attack tonight or within the next few nights. So we should immediately go and visit Dr. Dwarven and see if we can get this potion and then head out.
Ah, yes. Right.
Right.
Yeah, we can stop by the infirmary and then, prepare, I suppose.
So I guess we're lying in wait, and it comes for the cow, and we
Hopefully.
trap it.
Yo, do we
That's
want to
the
go
plan.
talk?
Cool.
Do we want to go talk to this Jessica lady?
Oh yeah,
Very
for more
badly.
potions.
Well,
I think
Well-
one we can do one of them tonight. I
Right.
don't think we can do more investigating and detect wyverns. So
It's kind of late
I think
too,
we should at
so
least go
we might
talk to her.
wait.
I'm worried that she may be.
What if she's a target? The way she just winds up
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
True.
I
True.
feel that
That
putting
is
this on the
also
back
true.
burner would lead to her death or something akin.
it's
I do not
been
feel
what,
comfortable
10
leaving
days
her.
since the murders, the initial murders, and
The
nothing
human
since then.
death.
At least nothing.
How long had it been? Did you say?
10 days.
I mean, if you have your name written in blood all over the wall, I would be
That's a very good
concerned.
point.
This is why I wanted to
Yes, we
invest.
Bring her with
can
us.
do one, not both.
Bring her with us to kill a wyvern.
The wyvern
I
doesn't seem to attack
mean,
anything inside the building. She can hide inside the barn.
I
no. We don't even know if this
We just
person
mentioned we
is
found your
where
name
she
written.
is.
Come with us to kill a wyvern. You can stay inside
No.
though. We won't.
all right,
That's
all right.
ridiculous.
Just
She's
wait a
not coming with
moment.
us. We don't even know
It's
she's there.
we're talking about losing another cow or losing a person.
Exactly.
So
Mm.
for me, it's not a big choice, right?
No, it
We
isn't.
can always buy another cow. Sorry, cows, I love you. You give good milk and you give cheese, and I love the meat. But
We don't even know if the wyvern will show up tonight.
We
right?
don't. But I fear for this
Yes.
woman's life.
I agree. Human life is more important.
Well, I would say any sentient life is important, but
She is
course.
an elf, yes. So, to the temple then for tonight, and we'll put this
I'm impressed.
on retainer.
yeah.
In my
And
trials,
this
we,
is
Another day.
we use nets to hunt
When we
as well.
have maybe time to cart all this out to the farm and set up before dusk.
and this is why we
Yes?
don't take two jobs at the same time, you guys.
Listen, perhaps approximately. Actually, I'm kidding. No, never mind. Approximately how far would it be to get to the Raven Queen's place? Right now, just on foot.
Like 8 or 9 miles.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, so you'd be looking
Miles?
at. Yeah, miles. Zadash is huge, dude. Yes,
Damn.
big place. Plus, you're on the in the west outer steads, I believe, or the east outer, west outer steads, which is like the on the outside of the actual wall. So yeah, you're about as far away from the Raven's Queen. Well, no, I guess it would be like yeah, you're pretty far away. You're about 8 or 9 miles, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was gonna say we could stop by her place and then she's chilling, but too much walking.
Fuck arriving at dusk. We'll be arriving at fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, knock knock.
Yeah.
So we will deal with your undead first, and we'll deal with the wyvern tomorrow.
We
Potential.
don't know anything undead.
It's a theory.
Well,
It
that's what you
Well,
said.
All right. So
Lyra led with the most out of the box theory.
As we
so
want to do.
so they were like married, right? So and they seemed happily in love, and one of them works at the sanctuary for the Raven Queen, and so like the Raven Queen deals all about that. She doesn't like undead very much, but she deals a lot about dead and stuff. So the human wife died, and I don't know. It must be very bad to be an elf and live so long and see everyone dying around you, right? So what if the elf wife that works for the Raven Queen couldn't handle her wife's passing and said like, "Oh, I have a way to keep you with me
don't
forever."
think this
I don't think
speculation is helpful.
Hey, I was right
You're
before.
creating a narrative we don't know.
there's no proof. We should not condemn this woman to undead summoning before we know for sure that she's actually
Maybe we
done
shouldn't.
anything.
She might have died. It's been what what in Madam 4 or 5 years since
Yeah.
this person has even seen her. So we don't know if she's still there. We don't know if she's connected to this at all.
Or
What if
maybe
she
she
is?
was. Yeah.
We can't
That's why speculation is
regardless-
necessary.
speculate. No, it's constructing a narrative of lost loves is not fact. It is not knowledge.
But
We
that was
have a
right
lead.
before.
We have this locket.
Just saying.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
I'm not saying we should go to this Jessamine and say like, "Oh, hi, did you, revive your lost wife?" I'm
Of course not.
saying we should go to her, try to inform her that she might be in danger, and see her reaction.
Right. Okay. Let's just
Yes.
go,
Let's-
please.
Yes. Alistair picks up some nuts, hefts them up, go put them in the cart.
It's an 8 mile. It's like a fucking 8 mile walk.
Right?
Right?
He's putting it in the cart,
We're gonna drive.
leaving them.
He's just
Oh,
storing all the
would
again.
nets there,
Would it be quicker to get
so
there
they're
in the
not
cart?
in the inn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the cart's behind the Leaky Tap Tavern. It's 8 or 9 miles to the ossuary gates. It's about 15 or so to Barrington's farm. So
So
That's
we're
fine.
going to the temple.
We're going
Yeah,
to the temple regardless. I was just storing
Okay,
the nets so they
we're-
went inside.
Temple
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
He was just storing the stuff for now
Right.
while we go.
Yeah.
I just want to know how
Temple
quick it would be
investigating.
on the cart.
Yeah.
No,
What is
no,
it?
no, we're not doing both tonight. It's not.
Not.
I'm
He's,
curious.
he's just
That's not
saying,
what I'm saying.
instead of
I'm
quick
saying
going at
to
2 a.m.,
Instead
we
of
do there at
walking 8
midnight.
miles to the fucking temple, how much is it to get on the cart?
it would actually
How
take you
long?
longer because the streets are congested.
True.
Funny.
There you
Okay,
go.
fuck.
Let's fucking walk.
Yeah.
All right.
On the cart, it would actually take you less time taking the cart to the farm than it would
course.
taking the cart to
Yeah,
the
that's
ossuary
outrageous.
gates.
Yeah. It's that New York City traffic, dog.
Yeah,
I hate
exactly.
Don't
it.
drive in
I hate it.
If you hate it here, just wait until you guys go to Rexentrum if you ever do.
Fuck that
Never.
place. Never.
Nope.
It's got shitty wizards. I don't like them.
All my homies hate Rexentrum.
Yeah.
I'm always
Okay.
Anja.
So after you have this conversation, and store the nets,
Nets and stuff.
the contraption,
Wyverns
we'll
flying.
call it the contraption. You guys begin your trek to the ossuary gates, making your way back out of the outer steads to the innerstead sprawl, following the left-hand loop up. And as you do, right around the time you make it there, following Lyrus's direction, the sun is beginning to set. However, as you make your way there, you immediately begin to see the vast graveyard set out in front of you, surrounded by essentially this iron wrought gate in some places, stone walls and other like 5 feet high stone walls in other places. Numerous headstones placed all about, the occasional crypt entrance, and it's vast. You reckon it's probably good acres, and just it's immense size, taking up this whole portion of Zadash. Has a big city, has a big population, lots of people die. As you continue pushing into the ossuary gates and get closer to the actual Raven's Den, you begin to see the Matron of Raven's acolytes. These individuals in these face-obscuring veils, and there's just black clothing, mostly black robes, just seemingly replacing dead flowers with fresh ones on some graves, tending to the surroundings, the lawn, the hedges, just kind of silently going about their business, not really seeming to mind you as you approach. And you can see up ahead of you the iron and obsidian archway that stretches about 20 or so feet to frame the small shrine to the Raven Queen. Topping this shrine is a large statue of the Raven Queen, wreathed by carved ravens in flight. The statue seems to be made entirely of black obsidian, except for a large white porcelain mask that makes up its face. At the base of the statue are a number of bowls where offerings have been left. Some are very beautiful flowers, some are jewelry, some are pearls, some are these very fine spools of like silvery thread, some is just gold. And you can see dotting the archway or the statue itself just these black umber feathered ravens just kind of looking around, being an ever vigilant eye matron's statue. So, what do you guys wish to do now that you've reached
Tim,
the
before
ossuary
that,
gates?
can we consider that at some point we took a short rest? Because for my bardic inspiration die that I gave Varen.
You guys couldn't, because you would have been doing your investigation and then actually no, none of you have, because you had that conversation and then went immediately
Not
here.
even at a tavern?
No, because you had that conversation and then dipped.
Okay.
Yep.
Does anyone seem to like greet us as we approach the shrine? All right.
Must have that writ.
Are there and they all seem to be just doing like their various activities.
Yeah, I go and
Okay.
find the nearest one of them.
Asabi will go ahead.
Oh, no. You had something you want to do. Go.
Well, I was just gonna grab one and say, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, basically.
But more
Basically same,
eloquently.
but you've got the writ, so go for it.
All right. I'll approach the nearest one. Excuse me. I was wondering if you could.
The head turns and you just see the dark veil obfuscating any facial features or eyes or anything. It's just this black veil. It just turns and looks at you.
My name is Asabi Kuris. I'm here investigating some business that happened up in the Tri-Spires. I'm looking for a Jessamine Tate.
Look at that.
Come
Look at
on!
that.
Natural 20.
Come on.
Come in! Okay.
Let me see it.
You watch as underneath the long flowing robe, just this kind of liver spotted hand pokes out and just points in the direction of this crypt entrance. About 100 or so feet from where you guys currently are. As it just kind of points in that direction, the hand retreats back and the head goes back to looking at what they were doing before you approach them.
Thank you very much. Asabi will approach that crypt. Is there anyone? Is it like a big mausoleum or like an underground crypt?
Yeah, as you approach, you can see the door is slightly ajar. The rest of you following her, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
She's
was
a vampire
being
herself.
guessed, definitely.
So yeah.
Come along.
Discord doing weird things. You can see the heavy obsidian black iron door is slightly ajar, and you can see this faint bit of flickering torchlight kind of peeking through the crack that the door has made, kind of spilling into the slowly darkening exterior. You can just hear this very faint, soft humming coming from inside.
Humming as in a person humming?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Asabi will stop at the entrance, not go in.
Let's say Savi.
Excuse me.
Savi, make a religion check.
Oh,
We
okay.
waiting.
Well,
20.
Widgeon.
20.
It's my whole shtick.
It sounds like the known him of.
Someone's knocking.
What's up?
He said someone was knocking.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good.
It sounds like the well-known hymn of the Raven Queen, called "The Embrace of Fate." Just something that most followers of the Raven Queen hum or sing, or more notably, but it's a very melancholy sound.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Jessamine Tate on a matter of some urgency. Someone in there. I don't want to be disrespectful. She'll see if she can open the door just a tad and take a little peek.
The door kind of creaks a bit. The heavy metal kind of pulling on the hinges. You can see there are two torches, one on the right and one on the left, that are kind of flickering and giving off light. There are beautiful plaster murals all along the walls and the ceiling, and directly ahead of you, about 7 or so feet into this enclosure, there is a stone staircase that leads down. Seems
And
to be
the
where
humming is coming from
down below. Yeah, you get a sense it's probably one of the multi-layered
crypts.
the ossuary gates.
All right. Well, she's probably in here. Everyone good with going down?
Yeah. I'm gonna
In
look
order to
around
make
as we
her
go down. Sorry.
own light, she'll pull out her crystal, cast light on it.
Oh yeah, because it's dark.
She's not going to
Good
rely
idea.
on the torches.
Good idea. I want to be looking around if there are any crypts around that were disturbed as we walk.
What do you mean?
Are we walking down the mausoleum with crypts or like with graves?
Well, right now you're just
Or-
walking down the staircase.
Oh, okay, just
Yeah,
the staircase.
down the
Okay,
staircase.
okay. All right, never mind then.
As you make your way down, however, the room opens up into this long, of octagonal shaped room, with 8 sarcophagi on the left hand side and 8 on the right hand side, and you just see a woman, kind of knelt down with this small little bucket of slightly shimmering water and the torchlight that's down here, and she's just kind of humming and cleaning the sarcophagi.
Would I know anything about these acolytes? Like, do they not speak at all? Or like, what is the what would be like the best way to be respectful, but still communicate with them.
I would say with that 20 religion check, you know that most of the acolytes of the Raven Queen do take vows of silence. Not all of them do, though. The fact that she's humming, like an indicator that she hasn't.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, are you...
The head just turns. It's kind of obscured by the veil still. The humming stops.
Good evening. My name is Asavi Kuris. I'm looking for Jessamine Tate on a matter of some urgency. I was pointed in this direction.
Slowly stands and wrings out a sponge in the bucket and just kind of sets it off to the side. Oh, you.
You're Jessamine? We were investigating an incident that occurred several days ago in the Tri-Spires, and I'm afraid your name came up in a rather gruesome way. I wanted to inform you and hopefully talk to you a little bit about what we found there and make sure that you're protected. If you'd be willing to... Yes, ma'am.
What manner?
There was
Sadly bloody one.
a rather gruesome incident, and we found an artifact that contained your name and what I believe is the name of your wife, and she'll pull out the locket.
Did it belong to your wife?
And I understand that your wife has passed these some years ago. I'm sorry for your loss, and I know this must not be easy to speak of, but do you know where this locket has been since that time? Or how it could have ended up in the Pillow Drove?
When she was laid to rest.
Indeed.
I hate to ask this of you. I genuinely do. But if you could perhaps point us to where she was laid to rest.
That sarcophagus she was cleaning.
Is there a name on it?
No name. None of them have names.
Does it look disturbed?
I
Like moved?
Hard to tell.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but 2 people have been murdered, and your name was found written quite a few times in blood upon the wall. And if this was supposed to be there, I would very much like to check and see if the remains of your wife are where they should be.
I am much too weak to open it, but it will ease your mind. Please.
Thank you.
Alistair will step up to help her. So Savi doesn't seem
Well,
strong enough.
Asavi's not strong enough, but
Yeah.
she'll look back to the boys. She's not going to be like, I'm going to open the sarcophagus.
Dameron
What's
stands
that?
beside and does
I
nothing.
heard, so Alistair was
That-
like, okay, I'll come help.
That's the
Uh,
only reason we brought you.
and
No,
then-
I'm joking.
Yeah. She'll kind of hold a hand out to kind of stop the boys. Are you all right being here while we...
Yes, would you prefer to not be?
Does she look disturbed? Does she look accepting? Does she look? I don't know why I'm asking this.
She's got a
but, you know.
veil.
You
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, but
We
the
can't see her
but
face
we
at all.
we can't see
You
her
can't see a
face. That's
damn thing.
true. That is
Mhm.
true. I forgot. And from the voice,
Just the
it's hard to
voice.
tell because she's just very monotone.
Mhm.
Okay, forgot that.
However, what are these thoughts looking like though?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah, what are
say.
looking
Don't
like
you have
though?
some charges on that
I
thing?
do, I do.
What them thoughts be saying though?
What them
Nothing.
dots see?
Oh my god, is she no thoughts head empty?
Holy shit!
No,
Oh
Kindred
my gosh.
She
spirit.
know thoughts.
you can't read her thoughts.
She
Uh-huh.
has a fucking thing on her.
Or she's a zombie herself.
Oh my
Or
god!
she's a
Can you
zombie.
imagine?
Yeah.
Gasp.
Like gasp. No thoughts head empty.
Brains.
I like that one, but alright.
Oh lordy.
So we open this thing?
Yes. Asabi will kind of position herself so she's like, if they're at the sarcophagus, she doesn't.
She's in between, yeah.
She wants to block
Block the view.
The view.
Yeah,
Mhm,
a little
makes
bit.
The view of what? The view from who?
The
Jasmine.
view. Well, no. She like, she's gonna stay between Jessamine and the exit.
Oh!
Oh, don't worry, because Lyris is
okay.
taking a step back. She does not want to look inside a sarcophagus. So she's gonna take a step back as well. And
Okay, we
Yeah.
gonna open this? Let's get it there.
yeah.
But like,
Lemre will help as well.
subtly, she's not like.
Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
very carefully.
You both walk
Not to break
over
anything.
and each grab, and for you, Alistair, this is a lot more taxing than normal because as soon as you step foot on these grounds, you just felt like gravity itself dropped onto your shoulders, and you're feeling a little sluggish here.
It's not like that might happen.
Oh no.
As you kind of walk over, you can just feel the beads of sweat just kind of forming. And with Darren's help, luckily, you both kind of grab the edges of it and drop it down on the other side. As it drops down on the other side, a little bit of dust kind of kicks up. Look down and see in a preserved, beautiful emerald green gown, skeletal corpse. Woman, you guess?
Okay. I'm about to probably commit a sin
And-
here, realistically. I'm going to try and discreetly cast Speak with Dead, because it won't work on an undead. So if it is an undead pretending, it won't work.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I figured something like that might happen.
I
Crit
can't
23.
believe I was right again. Oh my god.
Not 20.
Ooh, that's 20.
You feel the pressure of this place just kind of pressing down on you, and you're having trouble concentrating, but you push through.
I won't actually. As soon as the pressure gets worse, I'll stop.
Oh, so
He
you're not,
immediately will stop.
you're not gonna push through?
No,
Okay, because you could with a natural 20 Constitution.
he will not. Just as a person,
Okay.
he won't do that.
I assume this corpse doesn't have a locket as well.
Yeah, you do not see a locket, no. You see like paintings of different moments and their lives. You can see like these paper mache, what looks like tulips, because like real flowers would wilt immediately and die. See other bits of like memories that were buried with her, but
Well, she's clearly still here.
Before we just disturbed the top, I should have said this before because I'm an idiot. Did it look like it had been recently disturbed? Was there like a layer of dust on it, or did it look
Well, it was
pretty?
being cleaned.
It was being cleaned, yeah.
you have no way to know because it was.
Fair.
However, when we opened it, dust popped out.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Well, when it hit the ground, because it's like that's heavy rock hitting rock, dust kind of.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Does the body have any blood on it?
Yeah, if I look at Jessamines bucket, does it look a little red? Like any blood was being cleaned off? Of anything?
Make a perception check.
Come on!
Roll another natural 20. I'm calling the session right there. No, okay. 17. It's brackish, but from what you can tell, especially with your bright ass light that's just kind of beaming in this small space, it looks like it's just from dirt. Because all the other sarcophagus, at least on this side, have been cleaned.
Alright,
Well,
So these paintings in there, do they look like they are of her?
What do you mean?
Is it the same face as in the locket?
As in the locket? Yeah.
Okay, so she wasn't just pointing at a random
No.
coffin.
No, I didn't think so.
The fact that there's no locket inside means this was stolen from here.
But
it's not a duplicate.
I don't know how
But
that's
why?
possible.
let's cover it up again.
Yes.
Indeed.
You don't mind, guys. I think I'm going to
I'm gonna sit down and cast attack
take my
magic.
leave from here.
Ritual cast it.
What's wrong?
Are you alright, Alistair?
Just feeling a bit unwell. Probably worked a bit too hard on that stuff earlier.
Well, good. Then you can keep your eyes open up there.
I'll keep lookout. Going to be
Are
getting
you
head
sure?
out.
Wait for us.
You seemed fine before.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to keep lookout out there. He's not stopped. He will just go.
Yeah, you just kind of say that as you just kind of wave off their concern and make your way back up the stairs. Are you keeping watch, or were you just saying that?
Well, he's going to get off of these hollowed grounds and keep good enough watch.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
13, 12. It's even worse.
Oh, okay. Out. Kind of hear Indrid buzzing beside you, but he's invisible. Walk far out of the Osiri gates as you can until you begin to feel that weight off your shoulders, which is roughly from where you previously were.
At that point, he just leans against the wall and just...
Yeah.
First year was like 10. If you had
Kind of like wipe your sweat from your brow. Ko, you sit there and finish ritually casting Detect Magic. And nothing in the room except the stuff that you and your party have, and sort of amulets that Jessamine is wearing.
He's gonna stand up and go to her and say, if you do not mind, I would like to know why you wear such an amulet.
Hosanna.
Did your wife have enemies?
Very boisterous. Very loud. Angered people, but not more than like an angered.
Did you have enemies?
When did she give you this amulet, just out of curiosity?
Leave our last anniversary.
What was her sickness, if you do not mind?
Was your wife magically inclined at all? And a particular school of magic that she aligned to? I understand.
It's quite alright. Is there anything, any reason you could think of as to how this amulet ended up in, this locket ended up in somebody else's hands?
And your name written in blood.
I do hate to be asking you this, but it's imperative.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Is her
Has-
amulet visible? It's hidden, okay.
What were you doing? Or what was she doing in the days before she got sick? Do you remember?
Tal'dorei.
And when she came back, she was sick. That's a long way from here.
Jessamine, I know this might sound like a very strange question. Would you mind showing us your amulet? I just want to see how it looks like. I'm interested in love gifts, you know.
Very personal.
I understand. But it might be important.
If you don't mind, sure, I retire.
Just one more thing. Has anybody else come to visit you in the past 10 days or so? This is
Someone
our,
unusual.
we want to make sure that you're not in any danger.
You may,
And what about what was like? It was a half-elven woman and an elderly lady.
that worked at the Pillow Trove. I will describe those to her. What about those two? Did they come to visit you at all?
I know of Alondra. She worked at Pillow Trove.
But she didn't talk to you.
Did your wife ever explain what happened to her in this white stone?
But
We should.
the lady didn't come to visit you. All right.
We should go. Everyone. My apologies for intruding and asking all of these prying questions. When
Be careful.
our investigation is done, perhaps we can return this locket to you. I believe it belongs with you.
Indeed.
Currently, it is our only lead. I would hand it to you now, if it wasn't so important.
Wasn't there another picture in there of something else?
Right.
Oh,
The
yes.
the park.
This location here, does that have any significance? Is that a real location or just a nice scene?
Silken Terrace, where we had a ceremony. It's the only sun tree in the dash.
Well, thank you so much for your help. We again, sorry to bother you. I will be back with this when we're done.
I take it you come here a lot. There's been no disturbance to this crypt besides your cleaning of it? I understand. Thank you. Believe you.
Yes, everyone. We should go out.
As we're leaving, I'm going to grab Lyris by the hand, look at her and say, Lyris, do you mind being my guide? And I will summon Lazuli as an owl. And I will have her fly to the nearest tree to this location and have her stand sentinel there. Whatever ledge, any ledge on a mausoleum, anything.
On top of a mausoleum, just like
on top of
perch on a statue.
Top of the enclosure.
Yeah. And she's gonna stand sentinel there and watch any activity around here.
All right, make a perception check.
And Lyris is just walking me like an old man.
Yep. Like
okay.
an old turtle.
Where the fuck is my... There.
Woohoo! Natural 20s today.
As you guys,
with hers, that's a 3, I think. That's a 23 with hers. I rolled a d20. Sorry, it was meant to be with her at things.
Right.
But whatever.
As you guys make your way out of the mausoleum one by one, doesn't mean being the last behind the slow-moving Lyris and Turtle Man. Lazuli pops out and flies out, circle and landing ledge of the closure. Your way out. You can see far off in the distance, just kind of leaning against a wall, is Alistair. One by one, you exit out. As Lazuli perches there and begins to look around. She hears the small little kind of sound of like loose rocks falling. Left-hand side enclosure, and kind of moves over there. As she does, she kind of peeks her head around, and does that pale skin, gaunt face kind of shoots out and looks towards her, perched on the side of the building, the hair kind of falling in front of the face, these red eyes peering out from behind the strands of hair. Mouth curls back, revealing these very long incisors. That is where we'll pick up next session.
I can't believe I was right again!
Are you kidding me?
Hold on, is it a vampire or is it a
I can't
ghoul?
believe I was right again!
It
It's
might
the
be.
second time that Lyris' crazy theories are right! I can't believe this! Fucking
I
shit.
hate it here.
Whoa,
Two
whoa, whoa,
theories
no, no,
are
we don't.
Dragon and
Oh my
vampire. If
God.
both of them are right, I'm killing myself.
Yes.
Oh my god! I tossed all the shit!
Here's the thing.
Wait, is it
Dragon and vampire was both me,
or is it
so
like a kind of a ghoul or like
It
a?
sounds more like a ghoul than a vampire.
yeah, something similar. Yeah.
So it's basically it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The ghoul is basically a shitty vampire, and a wyvern's basically a shitty dragon.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
yes,
god!
Level 5 dragon. Level 5.
Oh
vampire.
my god! Look at you guys dismissing all of Lyris' theories, and they are all
I thought
right.
the dragon one was Dameron, because then we were like, if there's a dragon,
No,
they
yeah,
can
the
have him.
dragon, yeah. No, but it was Ivan that said it could be a dragon. He said by you
Oh,
know,
Ivan, you got it
Okay.
right.
and then
he was
they say
joking,
could be
and
a
he was right.
vampire. But then I was like, what if it's like a sad love story, you guys? And damn it, it
But
was.
like, but it's not.
This isn't
It's
her.
not her.
This is something
Eh,
else.
We don't know, because that might not have
don't
been her
know.
body. That might not have been her
We
body.
don't know.
Which is why I was going to raise
Yeah,
it, because I
it
could
w-
speak with Dead. If it did
Yep.
come up, it means it
Also,
wasn't
also,
dead,
the
and I
moment
could
Tim,
ask her
Well,
name.
well, you
the,
don't
the
know
moment
if
Tim
she's
said
a
Whitestone,
dragon.
out of character, I'm like
If
vampires.
she
Yep.
didn't raise, it means she was undead. Like if I couldn't speak with her, and if I
Yep.
could speak with her, I'd ask her name. And if it wasn't
But you
that,
were-
Well,
you had to
we will
push-
find out next week.
Yep.
So,
Oh god.
that's gonna be it
I'm
for
very
us. Thank you
excited.
guys so much for hanging out, chilling, relaxing, maxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of
are
undead started making trouble in my neighborhood. So, that's gonna be it for us. Let's say goodbye to the internet.
Bye,
Bye,
internet.
internet.